Some Meow chased after him, doubt gnawing at her. Where on earth is he going? Ahead of them stood an old house surrounded by a growing crowd of demons. Despite being winged, the man showed no signs of slowing down. The demons continued to gather, making it harder for him to move forward. What is he doing? He's clearly heading straight into danger. Lin Mo didn't hesitate any longer. He sprinted ahead, the three people still following him. At this point, he didn't have the time to worry about them. There were far more pressing matters at hand. Here it is, the pure-bodied demon. He finally spotted it. Lin Mo moved forward and shouted as he approached, positioning himself in front of the demon. The creature snarled in irritation. Who the hell are you? Inside the demon's mind, it was calculating. The man in front of him appeared to be a simple first-level demon master, yet here he was, daring to confront a high-level evil spirit demon like himself. There had to be something unusual about him. Lin Mo pointed directly at the demon, his voice firm. I know who you are. You're the pure-bodied demon who ambushed me the day I enrolled. The demon's memory snapped into place and it hissed angrily. You bastard, you killed over a dozen of my brothers. Lin Mo grinned and stepped closer. So what? You want revenge? Come on then, try and kill me. The demon was taken aback by his boldness. It took a few steps back, its nervousness becoming clear as it tried to prevent Lin Mo from getting any closer. Wait, don't come any closer. You got others here trying to trap me, haven't you? Its eyes darted around anxiously, panic flashing across its face. Without hesitation, he seized the pure-bodied demon's hand and placed it around his own neck. With a smile, he suggested, I swear there's no one else. I just want you to kill me. Go ahead, strangle me to death. Noticing something was off, the pure-bodied demon stepped back, a hint of panic in its eyes. It then shouted, Are you out of your mind? With a serious look, Lin Mo made another suggestion. Why won't you kill me? Last time, you really wanted to, didn't you? What's different today? Are you no longer hungry? Just turn around and leave, and don't forget to curse at me. The pure-bodied demon grunted in response. If you want to die, go jump off a building. Why are you bothering me? Lin Mo stared blankly at it and replied, I can't jump off a building. I'm only allowed to be killed by a demon. Hey, Gully, is my flesh not tasty, or has it already been burned? He continued to follow the pure-bodied demon for a long time, persistently pleading for its help, which only seemed to irritate it more. Eventually, he knelt down, putting on a pitiful face as he begged, I'll give you all the demon pearls I have. If that's not enough, I'll even burn you some money. You won't lose anything in this deal. Lin Mo's voice was filled with desperation as he begged the pure-bodied demon. In a fit of frustration, it slapped his hand away and shouted, It's not that I don't want to kill you, but the Northern Cemetery is not my territory. If it were, you'd be dead already. Lin Mo discarded all pride and shot back. Territory. Are you scared of killing a mere human? Stop making excuses and just kill me already. The pure-bodied demon sighed deeply and explained, This place has thousands of ancient tombs, each controlled by different factions of demons. We all agreed to a rule not to kill anyone on another demon's turf. If I kill you and anger the boss here, I won't be able to do business anymore. He angrily turned away, leaving the other man stunned. Lin Mo sighed in frustration, feeling as though even ghosts followed more rules than humans. He muttered under his breath, wondering if the only reason these ghosts hadn't attacked him yet was because of these ridiculous laws. Seizing the moment when Lin Mo wasn't looking, the pure-body ghost quietly chuckled to itself. It quickly made a run for it, causing Lin Mo to panic and shout, Hey, don't run. With its leg and towel, the pure-bodied ghost felt a wave of relief. Lucky I'm clever, finally escaped from him. But it wasn't long before Lin Mo caught up with a grin. I've got you now. You're in my territory, so I can just finish you off. At that, the pure-bodied ghost was left speechless, stunned by how persistent Lin Mo was. Desperately, the pure-bodied ghost ran, bumping into things, and pleaded, I've got things to do. I don't have time to mess around with you. Please let me go. I'm begging you. No matter where it went, Lin Mo was right behind it. Not a chance, he said firmly. You're not getting away. Suddenly, the pure-bodied ghost dropped to its knees, hands clasped in desperation. I really can't afford to be late. If I am, it's over. Please, I'm begging you. Let me go. It bowed its head, desperation clear in every movement. Hidden off to the side, Sun Ma Lane and Sun Miao watched in confusion. Neither had expected the pure-bodied ghost who had been stealing evil spirits to be on its knees, begging for mercy. They exchanged fearful glances and almost in unison asked, What is he? Gao Tai, standing beside them, placed a calming hand on one of their shoulders and continued to watch the scene unfold. Maybe we'll find out soon enough. Lin Mo observed this and immediately sat down, offering a suggestion. If only the boss of this area has the right to kill me and take me to him so he can do it. The pure-body demon stood up, sighed, and nodded in agreement. I was about to go congratulate him anyway. You can come with me. With the approval given, Lin Mo's mood lightened. The three of them watched as the demon's figure receded into the distance. As they walked, the surrounding demons couldn't take their eyes off Lin Mo. More and more gathered around, their hunger for human flesh so intense that they would have attacked on command. Lin Mo grinned slyly. He knew that if these demons did decide to strike, the demon sword wouldn't appear. One demon, saliva dripping from its mouth, approached eagerly, hoping for a chance to feast on a living human again. With a wide grin, it suggested that Lin Mo might as well let it kill him for a good meal. Hearing this, the demon suddenly stopped, unsure how to respond. The demon quickly took a few steps back, its face twisted in disdain. "Do you think I'm stupid? Kill you here, on the territory of that red-dressed female demon? Are you trying to get me killed?" The other demons also glared at Lin Mo with hostility, and the system chimed with the sound of points increasing. Lin Mo clicked his tongue, unimpressed by the cowardice of the demons. They all continued on their way together. Lin Mo kept asking, "Big Boss Demon, is the red-dressed demon celebrating her 80th birthday today?" The demon quickly shook its head. "No, tonight she's marrying the butcher demon from the West District. Naturally, we small demons have to go and offer our congratulations." Even as it spoke, its eyes gleamed with a murderous intent. Lin Mo, feigning innocence, asked, "So the human leg you're carrying is a wedding gift? But why does it look so rotten? How can anyone eat that?" Upon hearing the critical words, the pure-body demon fell silent, lost in thought. Memories from the past resurfaced, fueling its anger. "It's really thanks to you," it muttered. "I had intended to capture your overweight friend, but you and that kid got in my way. Because of you, I ended up on this path." A wicked grin spread across Lin Mo's face as a new idea began to take shape in his mind. "Then when it's time to give the gift, tell them I'm your congratulatory offering," Lin Mo suggested. The pure-body demon's expression brightened with approval as it heard this plan. It smiled, grateful for Lin Mo's cleverness, and the two of them entered the building together. Meanwhile, from a distance, the two Sun siblings and Gao Tai Ti were still watching, completely bewildered by the unfolding events. Where did Lin Mo come from? Gao Tai Ti muttered, still in shock. Why is the pure-body demon showing him so much respect? Even other demons wouldn't dare to treat him like that. Sun Miao clenched his teeth, clearly irritated. That bastard must have gone easy on me that day at the demon market. There's no way a demon would show him such respect unless there's something more to it. His power can't be just what it seems. Gao Tai Tai, after a moment of reflection, finally spoke up. "Now I get it. That's why Father wanted us to investigate him. His background is definitely not ordinary. We need to visit the old mansion today." Sun Miao quickly objected. "What? The three of us walking in there is like walking into the mouth of death." Sun Mai, standing beside him, wholeheartedly agreed. "I don't want to walk into a trap. Even a random demon from that place could be enough to kill us." Gao Tai Ti reassured them with a calm smile. "Don't worry. My father gave me 3 demon energy pills. When you take them, a protective aura will surround your body. It'll make us appear as demons, allowing us to enter unnoticed." Gao Tai Ti, while presenting, took out 3 blue pearls that radiated a thick, unsettling aura. The two exchanged a brief glance, silently agreeing at each reach for one of the demon pearls. Though it was a bit challenging to swallow, once consumed, it filled them with a strange and powerful energy. The demon spoke in a clear, measured tone. "The demon that corrupts the western region offers a pair of human eyeballs. The demon Blood Lake from the south provides the hearts of 2 lovers. The swamp demon from the north gives a box of human flesh." Lin Mo stepped forward, eager to join them. He glanced around and said, "The pure-bodied demon for the western region offers a living person. Look at that! These demons are all impressed that they've received a living gift. It's terrifying. A gift of this scale will surely earn them the red-robed demon's favor in the future." The demon quickly instructed the pure-bodied demon to take Lin Mo away. Without hesitation, the pure-bodied demon shoved Lin Mo into a different room. Bewildered, Lin Mo glanced back at the door, his mind racing with questions. Where are the others? These can't be demons, can they? Annoyed, Lin Mo kicked at nearby objects and grumbled to himself. What is this? Why isn't anyone paying attention to me? Why am I being completely ignored? Su Tong-gilai suddenly appeared beside him, signaling for him to be quiet. I can sense the red-robed demon now. Both of them looked up quickly, Lin Mo curious about her whereabouts. Su Tong-gilai pointed to the ceiling and said, "She's in the room above." Desperate to find the red-robed demon, Lin Mo cautiously opened the window. Outside, there was a lot of noise and activity, so he did his best to make as little sound as possible. As soon as he stepped out of the room, the servants immediately took notice. Lin Mo quickly hurried up the stairs. The 2 female ghosts exchanged a glance, confusion written on their faces. One asked, "Is that another guest for tonight?" The other girl responded, "I don't know. I've never heard the master mention having a human guest." Lin Mo reached the room where he believed the female ghost was hiding. He quietly cracked open the door and peered inside. The female ghost in the red dress sat on the bed, her face hidden by a red veil. A knock echoed through the door. She calmly suppressed the scent of Lin Mo's blood. While absorbing his life force, the female ghost in the red dress spoke. Her voice smooth. The scent of your living blood is so sweet. How considerate of you, bringing a living person to me. Tonight, I shall indulge myself completely. Lin Mo moved closer, a smile tugging at his lips. Standing before her, he slowly lifted the veil. She shyly warned him, the wedding ceremony isn't over yet and you're already in such a rush. He patted his chest cheerfully and laughed. At last, I've found you. Now, hurry up and kill me. At this, the female ghost in the red dress could no longer contain her fury. You're alive? Do you realize the veil is meant to be lifted only by the bride's husband? What are you doing? She screamed in anger, berating him nonstop. Lin Mo grinned mischievously. So, you're really angry, aren't you? You want to kill me, right? Then go ahead, don't hold back. The female ghost in the red dress let out a sigh. Since you've already lifted it, I suppose there's no turning back now. In that case, you must marry me. Suddenly, Lin Mo froze, flustered. She moved closer to Lin Mo, her presence overwhelming like a heavy fog pressing against his chest. The female ghost in red gently wrapped her arms around him and whispered, only the groom is allowed to lift the veil. She smiled, her voice calm, yet laced with eerie intent. Since you've lifted mine, doesn't that make you the groom? Lin Mo's face flushed at her words. Stumbling backward, he stammered, wait, but I'm human. Her gaze lingered on him with a strange affection, her eyes gleaming with a dangerous glow. Being human doesn't change fate, she said quietly. A chill ran through Lin Mo. He turned and ran without another word. These ghosts, none of them seemed normal. Behind him, the female ghost's eyes glowed brighter, and with a flick of her sleeve, the door he had been running towards slammed shut with a deafening bang. Panic gripped him. Lin Mo scrambled toward the door, his voice cracking as he pleaded, please, don't come any closer. But as fear surged within him, another thought crossed his mind. If she truly means harm, running won't save me. The ghosts all seemed to want something, but what exactly, he couldn't tell. The uncertainty chilled him even more than any ghost ever could. The female ghost in red stood silently, her gaze intense and calculating. She called his name softly, almost coaxing. Lin Mo could feel something pulling at his mind, a strange compulsion, dark and alluring. He ran again, breath ragged. She followed, tireless and silent. In desperation, he cried out, Blood-Eye Ghost, help me. The Blood-Eye Ghost appeared, its form flickering as it spoke reluctantly. What do you expect? I'm just a malevolent spirit. She's already advanced to an evil spirit. Soon, she'll be demon level. You're telling me you can't stop her? Then what am I supposed to do? Lin Mo's voice cracked in disbelief. The Blood-Eye Ghost let out a scoff. You were the one who brought this on yourself. Want me to end it for you? That'd be easy. But here's the twist. What she wants from you isn't death. The female ghost kept chasing him, relentless, fixated, unstoppable. He thought to himself that even if he summoned both Devil's Extreme and the formidable demon woman, they still wouldn't be able to stop the red-clad demon. She glanced at him, lips curling into a mocking smirk. You might as well go with him, she said. There's no rule saying humans and demons can't coexist. The red-clad demon's expression darkened instantly. The blood-eyed demon chuckled and said to Lin Mo, at worst, you'll be exposed to some yin energy. Rest a few days and you'll recover. Frustration surged through Lin Mo. If you're not going to help, then stop talking. Enough, she barked back. Suddenly, the red-clad demon launched herself forward, leaping through the air. Lin Mo's heart dropped. This is it. I'm done for. She pinned him down effortlessly, her voice cold but oddly calm. I am the keeper of this tomb. If you follow me, you won't suffer. Flushed and flustered, Lin Mo muttered, I don't want to. He clenched his teeth, thoughts spiraling. Is this how it ends? Why does it feel so hard to resist? Am I really going to give up here? Just then, a voice came from outside the room. Congratulations, sir. The servant continued respectfully. The master has been waiting. Please enter. As the doors opened, everyone froze in place. The red-clad demon was perched atop Lin Mo, her eyes fixed on him with a strange, intense gaze. In a flash of panic, Lin Mo shoved her away and shouted, I'm saved. Without hesitation, now oddly fearless, Lin Mo charged toward the butcher demon. Your partner's already claimed me. You resent me, don't you? I know you do. Instead of fear, a wild sense of resolve surged through him. He grabbed the butcher demon's cleaver and yanked it out. Come on, do it. And this. The butcher demon stood frozen, unable to process what had just happened, and asked, what exactly is going on? Lin Mo quickly urged him, stop standing there like a fool. Just strike me already. He pushed him further. Earlier, I snuck in and lifted your wife's headscarf, and I even. Lin Mo exaggerated the details intentionally, hoping to get a reaction. It seemed he had hit a nerve. The butcher demon's face darkened and he growled, "You say you lifted her headscarf?" Lin Mo felt a rush of satisfaction, sensing he was about to get what he wanted. He continued, "You're missing the bigger picture. There's still A, B, and C after that." Suddenly, the butcher demon burst into a hearty laugh. "So that's how it is." In the blink of an eye, he grabbed Lin Mo by the shoulders, who was still in shock. The butcher demon continued laughing joyously. He removed his official hat, saying, "Thanks, my friend. I wish you a wonderful wedding night." He placed the hat on Lin Mo's head, laughing contentedly. Without missing a beat, he added, "I don't need to marry her anymore." It was as if a huge weight had been lifted off him. His face brightened, and he shouted, "Let's go have a drink." Lin Mo stood there, his face drained of color, helpless and confused. A rising fear gripped him. Could it be that the butcher demon had been forced into marriage out of obligation and had now found a way to deal with it by using me as a scapegoat? The frustration overwhelmed him, and he muttered a curse under his breath. "Damn, I just want to die. Why does this all have to be so complicated?" Finally, the red-clad female ghost, who had been silent until now, spoke softly. "My dear, a single moment of spring night is worth 1,000 gold." Her voice was sweet, laced with a seductive charm that seemed to pull at him like honey, dangerously alluring. Lin Mo hesitantly muttered, "What should I do now?" He took a cautious step toward the door, hoping to make his escape, but it was not as easy as he had imagined. The female ghost in the red dress unleashed a chilling, menacing energy and said, "You think you can run?" Her long black hair, like tendrils, coiled tightly around every part of Lin Mo's body. The door began to slowly close. He let out a strange scream, but was helplessly dragged back inside with no chance of getting away. The door sealed shut completely, trapping them both in the room. The scene shifted to the entrance of the hotel, where Sun Mai Lei, Sun Miao, and Gao Tai Tai entered, greeted by the sounds of lively chatter and movement. "Bro, what a day. Let's eat." One of them called out. Sun Miao scanned the room and spoke up, "I don't see Lin Mo anywhere. Do you think the ghost got him?" Gao Tai Tai replied, "That's the pure-bodied ghost over there. Let's go ask him." She nodded toward the pure-bodied ghost, who was enjoying a drink. The three of them quietly made their way over, careful not to attract too much attention. They sat down at the round table with the pure-bodied ghost. He gave them a suspicious look and asked, "I don't think I've seen you before." Sun Miao casually responded, "We just arrived a few days ago from outside." The pure-bodied ghost expression softened and he smiled warmly. "Ah, that's why you look unfamiliar. Please eat." Sun Miao forced a smile in return. The pure-bodied ghost picked up a dish and placed it on his plate, offering kindly, "This dish is really tasty." Sun Miao glanced at the food in front of him, feeling his stomach churn. He quickly covered his mouth, trying to hide his disgust. His involuntary action caught the attention of the nearby ghosts, who all turned to stare at him in silence. Gao Tai Tai quietly pinched Sun Miao, a sharp warning, making sure the gesture went unnoticed by the others. With a single glance, she communicated her message to Sun Miao. In pain, Sun Miao reluctantly grabbed the food, eating it by the handful with her bare hands. "I'm a ghost, so delicious," she muttered, trying to blend in. She did everything she could to keep the other ghosts from growing suspicious. Together, the three of them, Sun Miao, Gao Tai Tai, and Sun Mai Lei, gritted their teeth and silently endured eating the food on the table. Frustrated, Sun Mai Lei chewed angrily, her mind seething with resentment. Asterisk if that jerk Lin Mo hadn't shown up, I wouldn't have to go through this asterisk. Just then, the tense atmosphere was shattered by the butcher ghost's loud, excited shout. He leaped down from the upper floor, grinning broadly as he shouted, "I don't have to get married anymore! I don't have to get married anymore!" The other ghosts below stared in surprise. One of them asked, "Why? Weren't you the groom?" Another added, connecting the dots from what they had just heard, "You're the only one in this whole graveyard who could have made the red-clad ghost happy." The butcher ghost, still smiling, explained, "The living person who came up just now looked to be about 17 or 18 years old." And then he burst into laughter, his face glowing with satisfaction. He had taken the initiative to lift the red-clad ghost's veil earlier, and now he was free from the marriage. With a hearty slap to his chest, he sighed in relief. "I'm free." The other ghosts below murmured excitedly, eager to celebrate. "Congratulations on escaping the sea of suffering. Now, let's keep drinking." With a wide grin, the butcher ghost eagerly agreed, ready to join in the celebration. The trio on this side was stunned by the news. Gao Tai Tai couldn't believe what she was hearing. In shock, she thought to herself, asterisk the Lin Mo Sun Biao beside me has an expression even more intense than usual. Is that guy insane? Asterisk. Sun Mai Lei was just as shaken as the others, deep fear settling in. Lin Mo had come here in the middle of the night with the intention of marrying the ghost Ha. Ghost Pure Body was equally struck by the shocking revelation. He spoke with awe, his voice full of disbelief. That guy is no ordinary person. He even dares to marry that terrifying woman. After a moment, Gao Tai Ti collected herself and cautiously asked, "Excuse me, brother, but why does the butcher ghost seem so pleased to be avoiding the marriage?" Ghost Pure Body let out a long, heavy sigh. "You all clearly don't understand the ways of ghosts." He then explained the situation in more detail. The red-clad ghost comes from the Qing dynasty. Her husband died suddenly on their wedding day, and her in-laws, blaming her for his death, treated her cruelly. They called her a husband killer and beat her every day. Eventually, she could no longer bear it and took her own life in her wedding dress, becoming the most powerful weeping demon at the royal slaughterhouse. As Ghost Pure Body continued, the story grew even darker. In life, the red-clad ghost had an obsession with marriage so intense that she would force even decent-looking ghosts to marry her. But strangely, on the second day of their wedding, the ghost she married would mysteriously explode and die. At this point, Ghost Pure Body became even more serious. This is also why the number of handsome ghosts has dwindled over time. If it weren't for this, we wouldn't have ended up with even a rough guy like the butcher ghost getting involved. After hearing the story, Sun Miao, filled with dread, asked, "So the person living up there won't hesitate, right?" The Pure Body ghost, sensing the danger, made a grim guess. "I think it's over." Turning towards Sun Miao, the Pure Body ghost fixed him with a sharp look and said, "Little ghost, you don't look too bad. I'm betting the next room for the red-clad ghost will be you." His words sent a chill down Sun Miao's spine, deepening his anxiety. The image of Lin Mo with the red-clad ghost flashed in his mind, and Sun Miao, both horrified and fascinated, thought to himself, "Asterisk, so Lin Mo actually offered himself to the red-clad ghost voluntarily. That's impressive asterisk." Sun Mai, her face twisted with disdain, urged, "Tai Ti, we can't stand by any longer. Lin Mo is dead now. Let's just go back." But Gao Tai Ti, her expression resolute, replied firmly, "No, we need to see the body. We must see the body." The following morning, Lin Mo awoke, his face pale and lifeless, his eyes sluggish as he slowly regained consciousness. Suddenly, he felt a hand on his shoulder. Startled, he leaped up, grabbing the blanket to cover himself in a panic. The red-clad female ghost, noticing his exhaustion, smiled softly and asked, "You're awake?" Seeing her so close, Lin Mo's heart raced in terror. He shouted, "What the hell is going on?" The red-clad female ghost took a slow step forward, her voice calm as she tried to soothe him. "Hey, don't shout like that." Furious and still reeling from the shock of being with her, naked and disoriented, Lin Mo immediately put on his clothes, his anger flaring. He demanded, "What the hell did you do to me? Why don't you just kill me already?" The woman in red grinned with a mischievous glint in her eye and teased, "Could it be that you also wish to become a ghost to stay with me forever?" Lin Mo, upon hearing her, silently wept, his heart heavy with despair. "What terrible sin have I committed to deserve this fate?" Without a moment's hesitation, he turned and fled, leaving the red-clad spirit sitting on the bed, her hands still clutching what she had taken from him. But before he could get far, he unexpectedly caught sight of his own reflection in a nearby mirror. His face, haggard and pale, dark circles beneath his eyes, was a truly frightening sight. He quickly spun around and confronted her. "Did you drain me completely?" The red-clad ghost smiled gently and placed a hand on his shoulder. "How could I do such a thing? I'm frugal, you know. If I say it lasts longer," she replied, her words filling him with dread. Without letting him go, she wrapped her arms around him and began to comfort him softly. "Don't worry, I had the maid prepare some nourishing soup for you. Now you're mine. From this moment on, no one in this lonely graveyard will dare harm you. And if no one dares to touch me, then no one will dare to kill me, right?" After tormenting him with her embrace, she worked to keep him even closer. "Why do you keep wanting to die? What if after death you don't become a ghost? Then I'd be left all alone." Lin Mo, hearing this, felt a sharp pain in his chest. "Please let me go. I really just want to die." In that moment, he felt an overwhelming discomfort and struggled to break free from her hold. Seeing his desperate attempts to escape, the red-clad spirit no longer tried to stop him. Instead, she simply reminded him, "You won't die. Except for the vengeful spirits in the west, no one will dare to lay a finger on you." Upon hearing that, Lin Mo's suspicions grew and he asked the curse of the vengeful spirit in the western district. The female ghost in the red dress slowly seated herself beside the bed and warned, "That's right. He is my sworn enemy. Whatever you do, don't go there." The room fell silent. Lin Mo stood still for a moment, then decided to leave. Before he did, he remembered to thank her. "Thank you for the warning." As he walked away, the female ghost found herself puzzled. Why had she been so intent on keeping him there moments ago? Yet now she was letting him go so easily. "Are you just letting him leave like that?" she asked, her voice calm and composed. The red-dressed ghost gave a knowing reply, "Don't worry, they'll return." As Lin Mo made his way back, he felt completely drained, as if someone had used up all his energy the night before. His steps were slow, and he could hardly manage to move. He felt as though the red-dressed ghost had sapped every ounce of strength from him. After what seemed like an eternity, he finally managed to crawl back to his room. At that moment, Lin Mo tried to calm himself. For now, he would return to the school and rest. Once he regained his strength, he would look for the blind king. Suddenly, a Shu came charging toward him with a sword, causing Lin Mo to panic. "A Shu, it's me," he shouted. Upon seeing Lin Mo in front of him, a Shu almost questioned his own judgment. He nearly swung the sword in the wrong direction. Lin Mo broke into a cold sweat as the tip of the blade came dangerously close to his throat. A Shu, still trying to catch his breath, stared at Lin Mo and asked, "Why do you smell like ghostly energy? I thought I was facing a spirit." Inside the room, Hai Xiaopan jumped in surprise. "Where were you last night? You were out all night. Why do you look so drained?" Lin Mo was completely drained at this point. He grasped the edge of the bed, feeling too tired to explain anything further. "Let's leave it at that. I'm going to take a nap," he said, his voice heavy with exhaustion. With slow, deliberate movements, he eased his body onto the bed, casually adding, "You can report anything to the teacher. I'm taking the day off." At that moment, a Shu, sensing something wasn't quite right, offered a warning. "I'd advise you not to get involved with a ghost. It will drain your life force, and in time, it could kill you." The bell marking the start of the break rang, and the hum of conversation filled the air as everyone began to wonder where Lin Mo had gone. Suddenly, new Yuan King appeared almost out of nowhere and asked, "Is Lin Mo here? I need to see him." Hai Xiaopan, noticing her arrival, politely approached. "He just returned this morning and is resting in his room now." Upon hearing this, new Yuan King didn't press the matter any further, but simply said, "Please tell him that Enran has woken up." Sun Mai Lei and Sun Miao, who had been inadvertently eavesdropping, exchanged surprised glances. Didn't they say anyone who marries a female ghost dies? How did that guy manage to survive? One of them whispered. The two of them quickly shifted gears, starting to plan their next move. It seems like the mission isn't over yet. We'll need to keep watching. Later, when Lin Mo finally woke up, he hurried to the store to buy a box of kidney protection pills. The shopkeeper, noticing his haste, kindly advised, "You're young. You should take it easy." As he took the pills, Lin Mo muttered to himself, "This way, I'll look a bit more lively when I see Enran." At the same time, in the distance, Sun Miao was enthusiastically praising everything, completely unaware of the skeptical glances from Gao Taiti and Sun Mai Lai. Could this kidney medicine really be the miraculous cure that would allow him to survive a night of passion with a ghost? If that's true, I might as well start making my own supply. Lin Mo then stopped in front of Yu's room door, and the others quickly urged one another to catch up. As soon as he entered, Lin Mo immediately asked about Enran's condition. Realizing his question might sound strange, he awkwardly scratched his head and forced a smile. "I asked something silly, didn't I? With injuries this bad, of course, you must be in pain." Enran smiled, clearly not bothered. "I'm used to this level of injury." Though she seemed better and wasn't upset with him, Lin Mo still gritted his teeth in regret. "You got hurt because of me. I'll definitely get revenge and bring the antidote back for you." And Rand calmly replied, "You can't blame yourself completely. If anyone's to blame, it's me. I was the one who took you to the ancient tomb." "Right, but how did you manage to open the tomb? And why is the security bureau after you?" Lin Mo asked seriously, his tone direct. "I'm still looking into it, but I haven't figured it out yet." Seeing his concern, she teasingly added, "You really are useless. Once I'm better, I'll help you investigate. I'm good at this kind of thing, you know." But Lin Mo seriously reminded her, "You should focus on recovering first." And Rand then made a request for Lin Mo's help. Without hesitation, he responded, "Tell me. Don't say just one thing. If you have 1,000 requests, I'll do them." After hearing this, she paused for a moment before speaking. "My mother is very ill and bedridden in the hospital. Could you visit her for me? Also, I still owe some long-distance charges. I've left the money under the sofa beneath the bridge." Upon hearing this, his face lit up with immediate joy, and he eagerly responded, "Why would I take your money? Just leave it there for me." Without a second thought, he assured her that her mother was like his own, and Rand flushed as if caught off guard by a confession of love. "What are you talking about?" "My mother is in Exile Hospital in Chengse. Her name is An Yan." Lin Mo then gently placed his hand over hers as if to offer comfort. "Don't worry, I'll take care of everything." In the distance, the three observers kept their eyes on them. Gao Tai Tai felt a surge of surprise and couldn't help but wonder why the girl seemed so familiar. Before she could process it, a doll-like figure suddenly charged toward her, making Gao Tai Tai turn pale in shock. It seemed that Enran had noticed her watching and became alarmed. Why had the doll-like figure reacted so strongly? Who exactly was she? One calm morning at the hospital, and Yan was sitting quietly on her bed when a knock on the door broke the stillness. Lin Mo walked in holding a fruit basket and wearing a warm smile. "I'm a friend of Enran. I've come to visit you." Hearing this, and Yan froze, her face draining of color. A friend of Enran? She suddenly jumped up from the bed, catching Lin Mo off guard. He was horrified when he saw the scene before him. Why was his mother-in-law kneeling in front of him like that? In that moment, Lin Mo could only stammer as he hurried to help her up. "Aunt, what are you doing?" "Please get up. I'm a friend of Enran's. My name is Lin Mo." When Yan heard his name, she froze and tears began to fall. "The Lin family." "Yes, that's right." Confused, Lin Mo sat down in front of her and spoke slowly. "Do you know me?" And Yan instinctively nodded, but then quickly shook her head, denying it. "No, we've never met before." Lin Mo was even more puzzled now. Earlier, she had seemed to regret not meeting him sooner, but now she was denying it. Anyone in his position would find this strange. She quickly explained, though her words didn't fully reassure him. "And Rhea mentioned that she had a friend with the surname Lin, so I thought it might be you." Lin Mo then suggested, "How about I help you to the bed? I feel a bit uncomfortable seeing you kneel like this." Once Yan was settled in bed, she hurriedly asked him, "Did anyone come with you when you arrived?" Lin Mo paused for a moment, then glanced toward the door. "I don't think so." "Why do you look so worried? Is something wrong?" She quickly grabbed his hand and spoke with urgency. "I have a grudge with the security agency. I'm afraid they might think you're involved with me and cause trouble for you. You need to be careful." Lin Mo nodded politely, then slowly explained, "And Ran was injured while trying to save me, so she won't be able to come here for a while. I'll take good care of her." "Don't worry." After hearing that, she nodded quietly. The strange look on Yan's face caused a growing sense of doubt within him. His daughter had been seriously injured, yet she, as the mother, seemed completely unaffected. It struck him as very odd. A little later, he began peeling an apple while continuing his conversation with Yan. "Are your parents still doing well?" Lin Mo asked cheerfully, offering her the peeled apple. "They're doing fine. They're still managing dozens of acres of land. Your aunt and my mother are very similar, both sharing the surname An." And Yan seemed puzzled by this and asked, "My mother has the surname An too. What's her name?" He immediately responded with his mother's name, and so on. Upon hearing this, she froze, repeatedly muttering the name under her breath. Seeing her reaction, Lin Mo grew even more suspicious. "Do you know my mother?" Once again, and Yan avoided answering. "I've just seen a few people with the surname N, and since your mother shares that surname, I felt a connection," she explained. After speaking, she lay down, turned her back to him, and subtly urged him to leave. "If there's nothing else, you can go home now." Lin Mo, not wanting to push further, politely agreed. Before leaving, he glanced at her one last time, still suspecting that Enran's mother knew something. But since she was unwilling to speak, he didn't want to press the issue with someone who was unwell. He would have to wait for another chance to ask. Meanwhile, Gao Tai Ti, who had been listening outside, quickly reported Lin Mo's whereabouts to Gao Long Chen. Upon hearing this, Gao Long Chen leaped up with excitement. "Lin Mo has finally slipped up. I'll catch this remnant of demon sealing with my own hands." At that moment, Gao Tai Ti's message appeared again, informing her that he would handle it right away. She watched Lin Mo step down and was suddenly taken aback. "Lin Mo, where is he going now?" Lin Mo was absorbed in his phone call and didn't notice anyone following him. "Didn't I tell you to go to Xinhai? Isn't it dangerous here?" He walked slowly, still talking on the phone, unaware that Gao Tai Ti was hiding behind him. "Father's already at the train station." "All right, I'll go pick him up right away." Hearing this, Gao Tai Ti fell silent, lost in thought. "I need to report Lin Sin's current location immediately. Father is about to arrive. Should I wait for him and go together?" Suddenly, the doors of the hospital room burst open. Gao Long Chen stood at the entrance, shouting angrily, "Did you meet Lin Mo? Is he the demon-sealing bastard?" And Yan, hearing this, raised her voice in anger and scolded him. "What are you talking about? You must be out of your mind, calling everyone you meet a demon-sealing person." But he quickly moved forward and grabbed her collar tightly. Gao Long Chen glared at Yan, his face full of fury. "If he's not the demon-sealing bastard, then why did you cry when you saw him? Haven't you always been in touch with him?" And Yan immediately sneered and spat directly in Gao Long Chen's face, leaving him stunned. Then she flashed a cruel smile. "He told me you merely killed my daughter. Am I not allowed to cry? You're nothing but trash, even laying your hands on your own daughter. You're worse than an animal." He was livid when he heard this, pushing Yan to the ground. "How could the worthless child she bore ever be worthy of being my daughter? Tell me, is that person a leftover from demon sealing?" And Yan was in excruciating pain, trembling as she tried to sit up. But Gao Long Chen immediately kicked her, causing her to scream in agony. He looked down at her with clear disdain. "You're not trying to protect the remnants of demon sealing, are you? Why else would you betray the crown prince of demon sealing? I doubt you even know how horribly the crown prince was tortured before he died. He died without ever believing you would betray him. Despite her agony, and Yan shouted out angrily, "You bastard!" His face twisted with malice as he grabbed her by the hair, his voice cold and threatening. Is Lin Mo the illegitimate child of the crown prince? Just tell me, and I'll treat you the same way I did before. Enduring the pain, she cried out, "The crown princess, Emperor Taizong, and the princess all killed themselves back then. Didn't your damn eyes see that? Why are you still asking?" Gao Longchen ground his teeth in fury and warned her, "You refuse to answer, so you'll drink the punishment instead." But just then, Gao Tai Ti appeared suddenly, her presence catching him off guard. She was immediately agitated and demanded, "She said you have another daughter, and you nearly killed her. Is that true?" At this, the dragons quickly rushed to explain, "Don't listen to this crazy old woman, she's sick and talking nonsense." She began to grow quiet and take a step back, no matter how hard he tried to explain. "Stop lying to me. I heard everything when you two started talking. I think I've seen her before. She looks just like me, maybe 2 or 3 years younger." Meanwhile, Gao Longchen continued to defend himself. "Tyre, listen to your father. You two just happen to look alike, that's all." Gao Tai Ti, tearful and confused, spoke with a distant look in her eyes. If Dad were truly innocent, he would show some proof, but he's panicking now. He keeps saying he only loves Mom. Are all of his words just lies? On the other side, and Yan, leaning against the hospital bed, let out a bitter laugh. "Sweetheart, you probably don't know, but the terrible things your father has done go far beyond this." He immediately spun around, his anger rising. "Shut up!" She could no longer bear it. Without a word, she turned and ran off, leaving him stunned. "I don't want to see you again. You disgust me." And Yan watched the scene unfold and laughed bitterly, clutching his stomach in pain. "Gao Longchen, you finally got what you deserve." Lin Mo eagerly waved at Lin Feng. When he saw him, he smiled widely. "My son is getting taller." Noticing the heavy load on his father's shoulders, Lin Mo asked in confusion, "What's all this you're carrying?" Lin Feng quickly wiped the sweat from his forehead and grinned. "I brought you some walnuts. They've been dried, and they smell amazing." Hearing this, Lin Mo couldn't help but smile, though it was with a hint of exasperation. "You really didn't need to bring so many." Lin Feng quickly shook his head. "What do you mean, so many?" The two of them walked down the busy street, carrying baskets of seeds, chatting and laughing. At first, his father had intended to pick up 2 carrying poles, but now they simply enjoyed the moment. "Dad, let's go. Let's have lunch," Lin Fan asked eagerly. They continued down the lively street, and Lin Fan, still in a cheerful mood, asked his father about the reason for his visit. Lin Feng explained, "Our house has been quite quiet lately, so I thought it would be a good time to come and see you." Lin Fan noticed someone passing by and gave them a compliment. "This city is really something. People wear so much less here," he said with a grin. Lin Fan, sensing an opportunity to change the subject, replied with a gentle shrug. "By the way, how's Mom doing? And my little sister? Are they okay?" The mention of family made Lin Feng's face light up with joy. "Mom's doing well, but your sister's health has taken a turn for the worse. She gets short of breath even after just walking a few steps." Hearing this, Lin Fan's expression grew concerned. He spoke softly, offering a suggestion. "Why did you bring her along this time? It would have been easier to take her to one of the city's hospitals. They're much better here." As they entered the restaurant, Lin Feng continued the conversation. "It's no use. She's been to every kind of hospital, big and small, and had all sorts of tests done already." While the server greeted them politely, a thin, trembling figure stumbled in through the door. Wu Kun, his face full of sorrow, slowly approached and pleaded, "Please, can I have something to eat?" The server waved him off, dismissing him. "Always begging for food. I don't have anything for you here," the server said, unimpressed. Lin Fan was shocked to see the frail figure. He could hardly believe it was Wu Kun. The man, too, was surprised to see Lin Fan there. Wu Kun was invited to sit down, and without hesitation, he began eating the food in front of him, devouring it quickly. Sitting beside him, Lin Feng chuckled, looking at Lin Mo with a puzzled expression. "Moni, do you still know beggars like him?" Lin Mo gazed at him with a pale face and said quietly, "Dad, just stay calm and observe for now." That evening, in an effort to save both the child and Ran, he had led the safety team in the opposite direction. Afterward, he turned to Wu Kun, his expression filled with concern, and asked, "I haven't even properly thanked you yet. Why do you look so troubled? How is everyone else?" Wu Kun hesitated, casting a brief glance at Lin Feng before answering. Seeing his discomfort, Lin Mo quickly added, "This is my dad. He's someone I know well." Wu Kun's expression grew grim as he began recounting the events of the day. "The driver and I managed to escape, but we didn't dare go near the school to find you. We were afraid of being discovered, so the two of us hid for a few days. Only when things settled down a bit did we venture out to beg for food." He paused, recalling the chaos of the situation. Joang-han has only one leg, so he runs slow. He was caught by the safety department. I heard they interrogated him relentlessly, trying to force him to reveal who had opened the tomb that night. Joang-han is a strong man, though. He endured the torture without saying a word. There was a pained look in Mu-kun's eyes as he continued, "I'm not strong enough to rescue Joang-han from the safety department. I'm afraid he won't survive." Hearing this, Lin Feng's face darkened as he pieced everything together. "I understand. You all were involved in the tomb raiding. Joang-han got caught, and now you want to rescue him, right?" He turned to Lin Mo with a concerned look, which made Lin Mo feel a twinge of guilt. "Monet, if you need money, just let me know. Tomb raiding is incredibly dangerous." Lin Mo, upon hearing his father's words, reassured him calmly, "There's no need to worry about the money, Dad. Everything's fine." Lin Feng could only glance at him in silence, letting out a sigh. "After we finish eating, you should head home. Wu-kun and I need to return to school." With a cheerful wave, Lin Mo said, "Call me when you get home." Lin Feng waved back with a bright smile. "Don't worry, I will." As he watched his son leave, Lin Feng's expression grew more serious. He thought to himself that if Zhuang-han had truly saved Moni's life, he couldn't simply ignore it. He reached in his jacket and pulled out a strange electronic device. A short while later, Lin Feng stood in front of a large building, determination in his eyes. The security guards at the entrance immediately blocked his path. One of the men, clearly irritated, shouted, "What do you want, country bumpkin? Get lost." But Lin Feng remained unshaken. He flashed a knowing smile and held up the device. As soon as he activated it, the souls of the security officers were drawn toward the device, causing them to scream in agony. After a moment, Lin Feng quickly switched off the device, knowing exactly when to stop. He walked past the two officers, who now lay unconscious, their eyes empty and lifeless. A moment later, both collapsed, unable to stay upright. Lin Feng moved forward, his pace steady and unwavering. Soon, he reached a large door. Without hesitation, he approached it and reached out to open it. At that moment, Lin Feng stepped into the room where the conversation had still been going. But almost instantly, the atmosphere shifted and silence fell. Every pair of eyes turned toward him. A girl standing in the back, her expression frosty, muttered, "Why did security even let someone like him in here?" Her gaze narrowed, wary as Lin Feng advanced. Lin Feng said nothing. He really tightened his grip on the electronic device in his hand. Sensing danger, the girl called out a warning to the others. Quickly, the group began to prepare, alert and ready. But Lin Feng remained composed. His voice was low and firm. Too late. He activated the device, releasing a strange energy. The girl staggered, her strength fading. One after another, the rest of the group collapsed, overwhelmed by the device's mysterious force. Within seconds, the room was quiet again. The others lay unconscious on the floor, unmoving. Lin Feng continued walking forward, calm and unbothered. Elsewhere in an interrogation room, a safety bureau officer glared at Joang-han and asked sharply, "Was it Lin Mo who opened the ancient tomb?" Joang-han replied firmly, "I've said it over and over. It was me who opened the tomb door. Why won't you believe me?" The officer grew silent, visibly frustrated. After a pause, he reached for a remote and pressed a red button. A controlled electric pulse surged briefly through Joang-han, causing him to cry out in pain. Without warning, Lin Feng forcefully kicked open the heavy door, leaving the two safety officers frozen in shock. His expression darkened, radiating an intimidating aura. One of the officers, clearly annoyed, demanded to know his identity. Lin Feng responded with a cold, almost mocking smile. "I'm his father." As he spoke, he calmly drew a wooden stick from his belt. One of the officers hesitated and asked, "Is he really your father?" The other officer, now growing increasingly irate, snapped, "Can't you see? He's here to break him out of prison." Before they could say another word, Lin Feng moved with lightning speed, striking decisively. Swift, sharp slashes appeared across the necks of both officers, their eyes widening in horror as blood poured from their wounds. The handcuffs that bound Joang-han were sliced apart, falling to the ground in pieces. He stood frozen, stunned and confused, thinking, could this person be the king of hell? But Lin Feng shot him a stern look and barked, "Stop standing there like an idiot. I'm here to save you." Joang-han quickly dropped to his knees, clasping his hands in gratitude. "Thank you, sir, for your help. May I ask your name? I will forever repay this great kindness." Lin Feng smiled casually and waved his hand. "No need. It's nothing." He then handed Joang-han a card, something that would ensure his protection. Together, they walked out of the room. Joang-han, filled with admiration, couldn't help but think of the incredible act of kindness. This man had wiped out the entire safety department just to rescue him. Such a debt of gratitude, he vowed, would not go unacknowledged. On the other side, Lin Mo returned and immediately spoke up to make an announcement. He Xiao Ban, as if struck by startling news, cursed loudly. He quickly called Lin Mo over to take a look. The Safety Bureau agents have been killed. What was odd, however, was that no one who had seen the killer's face had survived, and there were no visible wounds on their bodies. I heard it's some sort of soul-sucking dark technique, he added. Lin Mo, who had been listening intently, was taken aback, his gaze fixed on the news broadcast and the announcer's words. According to the image they had extracted, the suspect appeared to be a farmer. In an instant, Lin Mo fell into deep thought. The person in the image bore a striking resemblance to his father, but could his father really be the one responsible for the deaths at the Safety Bureau? It was already past midnight, and Gao Tai Ti, Sun Miao, and Sun Mai Li had not stopped following Lin Mo. In the tense, oppressive atmosphere, Lin Mo continued to run through the forest. His mind raced as he moved. When the massacre at the Safety Bureau happened, both the bureau chief and deputy chief had conveniently been away. Sun Vi was still alive, and the antidote for Ran was still being searched for. The insights from the demon sword were also urgently needed. Soon, Lin Mo arrived at the lair of Uncle Vengeful Ghost, which was located in the Blue Tomb. The entrance to the tomb was dark and deep, and a small ghost peeked out from the doorway. Lin Mo looked up at the tomb to the northwest, certain that Uncle Vengeful Ghost was inside. The small ghost that had been watching him stepped forward and asked, "What do you want with my boss?" Without hesitation, Lin Mo grabbed the ghost by the collar and demanded the location of his uncle. The ghost struggled briefly, then relented. "He's in the Blue Tomb up ahead." Lin Mo swiftly tossed the underling of the grudge ghost aside, throwing him forcefully into the tomb's door without hesitation. With a sharp command, he instructed, "Go, bring him out here." The underling crashed into the tomb with a painful thud, sliding across the ground. Inside the Blue Tomb demon, the grudge ghost, who ruled the place, was chewing on a human arm. Nearby, Lao the soul-eating demon, was devouring a corpse. Both demons were preoccupied with their meal when the underling rushed in with urgent news. "Trouble! Someone's causing a scene." The grudge ghost looked up, puzzled. "Someone's causing trouble, but not a ghost?" The underling quickly explained that it was a living person. The grudge ghost then ordered Lao to deal with the intruder immediately and bring them back to be torn apart for food. Lao, eager at the prospect, stood up. It had been a while since he had tasted a living human. He had grown tired of gnawing on dried meat that stuck between his teeth. However, Lao was aware that Lin Mo was the newlywed husband of the red-dressed female ghost from Guji, having married her just the day before. The grudge ghost showed no concern at this news. After all, who would dare show up on his territory and act so brazenly? He assumed the woman had some influence, but didn't think highly of her. So he ordered Lao to kill Lin Mo. If this human had the audacity to cause trouble, the grudge ghost would remind him who truly held power in the tomb. Lao accepted the order and vanished in an instant. As he emerged from the tomb, he saw Lin Mo standing there already. With his hands on his hips and a playful stance, Lin Mo looked unimpressed. "Is that it? Just one small lackey," he said, his tone full of disappointment. Lao glared at him, his eyes filled with murderous intent, and growled, "You talk too big." He swiftly swung his tail with immense power, creating a whirlwind that tore through the air with devastating force. The tail cut through the atmosphere and unexpectedly struck Lin Mo in the abdomen, hurling him several dozen meters away. Although the blow made him cough up blood, it wasn't a fatal wound that would force the demon sword to materialize. Lin Mo, still standing firm, raised his single finger in a gesture of defiance, continuing to taunt the true heart demon. "Is this all you've got?" The true heart demon's fury erupted. His eyes turned a deep shade of red, and with a roar of rage, he charged forward, launching another attack. "You insolent brat, you never learn. Hand over your heart." He lunged at Lin Mo, who, distracted by his own defiance, failed to react in time. The demon's attack landed with brutal force, sending Lin Mo crashing into a nearby tree. The impact was so violent that Lin Mo continued to cough up blood, and the demon's arm drove deep into his body. Meanwhile, a short distance away, Gao Tai Ti, Sun Miao, and Sun Mai Lei stood quietly hidden in the shadows. They watched in stunned silence, both shocked and frightened. They couldn't understand why Lin Mo had dared to provoke the true heart demon. Clearly, he had two powerful demons at his disposal, yet he refused to summon them. Gao Tai Ti, deeply unsettled, couldn't shake the thought that Lin Mo must be mad. He had never imagined his father would send him to investigate a lunatic. The wound had now become life-threatening. Lin Mo's heart raced as intense energy surged through him. It was the moment of insight he had longed for, the crucial guidance from the demon's sword. In an instant, Lin Mo's demeanor seemed to shift entirely. He grasped the true heart demon's arm, still embedded in his chest, with newfound strength. He never anticipated that Lin Mo would still manage to resist. In that moment, the familiar Lin Mo was gone, replaced by the soul fragment of the great general of the kingdom of demon sealing. The demon sword surged with a bloodthirsty intent, and with a commanding shout, it cried, "Kill." Lin Mo's hand, now nothing more than bone, gripped the sword. Yet despite his physical form, his grip still radiated immense power. With a few swift, precise strikes, he swiftly disposed of the evil spirit. The Sun siblings watched in shock, unable to believe that Lin Mo could defeat the evil spirit with a single blow. It then dawned on them that he had been hiding his true strength all along, just as he had during the Demon Realm Marketplace and the Demon Realm trial. A sense of dread washed over Sun Mai Lai as she recalled her brother's past encounter with Lin Mo, fearing that one day he might seek revenge. Sun Miao, also anxious, trying to calm his sister's nerves. It wasn't long before Gao Tai-Ti voiced her suspicions about Lin Mo's involvement in the recent destruction of the Safety Bureau. He's too powerful. If he has that kind of strength, it wouldn't be surprising if he were the one who wiped out the Safety Bureau. Gao Tai-Tai, ever observant, noticed that Lin Mo's strength seemed to be rapidly fading. At that moment, Lin Mo's bony arms had returned to their normal state. He realized that the demon sword's demonic form was also quickly disappearing. Having exhausted much of his power, he felt drained. However, one thing was clear to him. If he didn't seize this opportunity now, he would have to wait for another. Lin Mo clenched his fist and gritted his teeth with unyielding resolve. This time, he would make sure to keep the demon sword. He shut his eyes, focusing on trying to feel the surge of energy within him. Without hesitation, he tightly clenched his left hand, blocking it firmly with his right, which triggered a powerful current of energy to rush through Lin Mo's body. His eyes snapped open in surprise. He had finally grasped the essence of the demon sword. Moments later, Lin Mo had successfully summoned the demon sword. A wave of joy flooded over him as he realized he had unlocked its core power. His hand wrapped around the hilt as if he were holding a priceless treasure. Lin Mo swung the sword downward to test its might, the blade slicing through the air before he paused to quietly savor the satisfaction that settled in his chest. Though the feeling was brief, he knew that by understanding its essence, he could continue to improve, just like the other contracted demons. There was even a chance he could eventually reach the rank of Demon King. Suddenly, an announcement from the system echoed in his mind, detailing the demon sword's current status. It was an intermediate malevolent spirit, with 1,000 demon energy points, 100% loyalty, and 2 locked skills. To unlock them, 200 points were needed. Lin Mo's understanding of the demon sword seemed deep and intuitive. As he reflected on its nature, he realized the soul fragment is merely a lingering obsession, without a true consciousness, which explains the 100% loyalty. With exactly the right amount of points available, he made the decision to unlock the 2 skills. Without second thoughts, he pressed the confirmation button. The system immediately congratulated Lin Mo for acquiring the skill Soul Pursuit Sword. At level 1, swinging the demon sword would cause the sharp blade to deal physical damage to enemies, regardless of their magic resistance. While the skill didn't consume any soul energy, its freezing effect would last for up to 120 seconds. The second skill, Exorcising Sword, was also unlocked. At level 1, swinging the demon sword would release an aura combined with immense force, delivering magical damage that could bypass any armor. The conditions for use were identical to the first skill. Lin Mo carefully examined the description of the item and was thrilled to discover that it was a physical, magical object with no consumption required. Just then, Miss Chu Tong Gai appeared, a smug smile on her face as she approached him. "I told you that forming a contract with the demon sword was the right choice, didn't I?" she said. "Looks like the devil's extremes are always involved." Lin Mo replied, "The demon sword can't possibly be as powerful as I am. I'm ready to spar with it for 300 rounds, she declared confidently. Seeing the rising tension, Lin Mo decided to step in and mediate. But before he could, a surge of dark energy hit him, and a figure emerged, a demon leaning on a cane, slowly advancing toward them. It was none other than the leader of the Blue Tomb Demon Alliance, the Demon Lord Quan Gai. He knew that Lin Mo had killed the true spirit demon, and his voice was filled with fury as he growled, "A blood debt must be repaid in blood." Meanwhile, in another part of the territory, a beautiful demoness dressed in red sat calmly before a mirror applying her makeup. Without warning, one of her servants rushed in, bowing respectfully, and said urgently, "Milady, you've angered Demon Lord Quan Gai." The demoness's expression darkened and she snapped. "Why has he come to the Si Bai region? Didn't I warn him about our past grudge?" The servant tried to soothe her, explaining, "I believe he came seeking revenge for you. He knows about your past conflict with him and even killed the true spirit demon." Upon hearing this, a look of satisfaction crossed the red-dressed demon's face. "Asterisk became all this way for me? How thoughtful of him, Asterisk." She quickly composed herself and gave her orders. Gather all my forces. We will attack the Blue 2 Demon Alliance to rescue my husband. I'll return soon. The servant rushed out and blew a whistle, signaling the troops to prepare. The horn sounded, signaling the assembly of the 8 demons. In an instant, hundreds, perhaps thousands of demons appeared, each standing respectfully, awaiting orders. The red-clad demoness addressed her followers. Today, we will confront the vengeful ghost. Upon hearing her words, the demons immediately responded in unison with a powerful shout, understood. Meanwhile, Lin Mo found himself surrounded by the vengeful ghost and his demon minions. Off to the side, Gao Tai Tai remained hidden, quietly analyzing the situation. With so many demons here and the vengeful ghost leading them, this isn't just a battle, it's an army. We won't stand a chance. Sun Miao and Sun Mai Lai, both certain that Lin Mo wouldn't survive, felt a sense of relief. Deciding it was unnecessary to watch any longer, they chose to step away. The vengeful ghost radiated an intense killing intent, his face twisting with fury. Lin Mo felt a surge of fear, realizing that, despite having mastered the demon sword, dying here would likely be final. The risk was too great. Quickly, he took a step back, waving his hands in a desperate attempt to de-escalate the situation. It's a misunderstanding, he pleaded. The vengeful ghost's anger only deepened. A misunderstanding? You killed my brother, and now you expect me to believe that? Do you take me for a fool? He and his demon followers closed in on Lin Mo, determined not to let him escape. A group of long-tongued demons rushed forward, their intent clear. Lin Mo's heart raced. Is this really the end? Am I going to die here today? Just as one of the demons lunged at him, it was swiftly killed. Lin Mo's tension eased when he saw who had arrived. It was the butcher demon, come to his aid. With a brief glance, the butcher demon spoke. Just call me your ex-husband, and that will be enough. Lin Mo stood there, slightly confused, unsure of why he was even present in this situation. The man before him pointed toward the red-clad female ghost and explained, I'm here to save you, at your wife's request. The red-clad female ghost, fuming with anger, stormed up and yelled, How dare you lay a hand on my husband? Kill 'em all! Without hesitation, the vengeful ghost retorted, Fool, you're the one who's going to die. In an instant, the two ghosts charged at each other, clashing fiercely. Each time one was thrown aside, the other quickly retaliated, spitting out a thick, viscous substance. Lin Mo watched the chaotic battle unfold before him, utterly amazed. Never in his wildest dreams did he expect to see ghosts in combat. At that moment, the red-clad female ghost slithered up to his side, her voice soft with concern. Are you all right? Lin Mo could only offer a strained smile in reply. The red-clad female ghost seemed undeterred by his lack of response and continued speaking. You're planning to secretly deal with the vengeful ghost to surprise me, aren't you? You should discuss something so dangerous with me first. She added, almost teasingly, I don't want anything to happen to you, Lin Mo, no matter what doubts you may have. Meanwhile, the vengeful ghost was fiercely battling her minions, determined to make both the red-clad female ghost and Lin Mo pay for killing the real ghost. The red-clad female ghost stood protectively in front of Lin Mo and said, Darling, sit back and relax. I'll take care of this. With that, she summoned her ghostly power, conjuring a wave of deadly spider lilies. Once gentle, the flowers shot forward with lightning speed, their sharp petals as deadly as hidden blades. Even if the vengeful ghost managed to dodge her attack, her minions would suffer severe damage from the relentless assault. The demons were swiftly torn apart by the red spider lily, dissolving into a slimy mess. Lin Mo was left in awe of the red-dressed ghost power. Her move not only had an impressive range, but it also inflicted significant damage, a truly remarkable area of effect attack. The cursed demon had initially dismissed the red-dressed ghost as a mere novice. With a sudden motion, he pulled out a voodoo doll and aimed it at her, chanting the 5 directions ghostly deities, the curse of the tangled straw, manifest now. With a swift, forceful motion, he drove a lone silver needle into the doll's chest. In that instant, the red-dressed ghost felt a sharp pain in the same spot, her face contorting in agony as she collapsed into Lin Mo's arms. He quickly understood. The curse was designed to link the doll with its target. Any harm done to the doll was mirrored as pain for the person it was connected to. Are you okay? Lin Mo asked, panic in his voice. She sat up, trying to reassure him. It's just a small trick. Without hesitation, the red-dressed ghost soared into the air, her power radiating like that of a fiery queen. She raised her hands, beginning to form a seal to release her full strength. The cursed demon fought back with everything he had, but he couldn't stop her. Nevertheless, he made the bold choice to face her head-on. Both the red-dressed ghost and the cursed demon ascended into the air, locked in an intense battle. The clash was evenly matched, and Lin Mo could do nothing but watch from below. As the fight raged on, his excitement grew. With two such skilled fighters in the air, he knew he couldn't just stand by and do nothing. He quickly summoned the high-ranking Weeping Demon, the Devil's Extreme Malevolent Spirit, and the newly unlocked Demon Sword. In a hurry, he ordered them to eliminate everything in sight. Without hesitation, he used the skill One Sword to Soul Extermination and effortlessly split a demon in half. Just as he finished, he noticed another demon preparing to unleash a fiery attack. A huge fireball shot toward him, and Lin Mo cursed inwardly. Thankfully, he acted fast, pulling the pure body demon into the path of the incoming blast, using it as a shield for both himself and his companion. The fireball slammed into the pure body demon with force. Furious, the demon cursed, "I might be tough, but I can't block magic damage." At that moment, a system notification popped up, showing that he had earned 40 Break the Room points. Lin Mo scratched his head, pretending to be confused. Meanwhile, the red-dressed female demon grew increasingly worried. Spotting an opportunity, the vengeful demon grabbed a concealed weapon made of silver and gold and threatened. "Now I'll take aim at that kid. What will you do then?" As the red-dressed female demon warned Lin Mo to be careful, the vengeful demon leaped down and hurled several hidden weapons at him. Caught off guard, Lin Mo panicked even more. The weapons flew straight toward him, but fortunately, the flower imbued with the red-dressed female demon's power intercepted the attack. Both Lin Mo and the red-dressed female demon breathed a sigh of relief. That was too close. Luckily, it was blocked just in time. The vengeful demon laughed, clearly pleased with himself. "Dodge this, you've fallen right into my trap." He then struck the red-dressed female demon in the stomach with a powerful palm. Lin Mo, standing below, clenched his fist and growled in fury. That crafty old hag. The high-ranking Weeping Demon unleashed her powers, causing the surroundings to darken, and the air grew thick with a deadly presence. The cursed demon, dazed and unsteady, stumbled, while the red-clad female ghost took a blow to her abdomen. Lin Mo swiftly rose into the air, unsheathing his sword, and cried, "Die!" He immediately assumed a stance, preparing to unleash the one-sword soul cleave technique. Yet, the cursed demon remained unshaken, its confidence unwavering. "Do you think my armor is weak?" Lin Mo remained unfazed, swiftly readying another strike. "What does your armor matter to my mother?" The cursed demon sneered. "Your attack is pointless. It won't harm me." But before he could finish speaking, the sword pierced his body, something he had never anticipated. The system rewarded Lin Mo with 200 points. Without hesitation, Lin Mo finished him with a single strike, his gaze cold as he looked down at the demon's lifeless form. "Apologies, but this strike was magical damage. It has nothing to do with your armor." The red-clad female ghost, floating mid-air, announced, "The cursed demon is dead. If you wish to survive, follow me. But if you choose to die alongside the cursed one, I will happily bestow upon you a title of loyalty." The cursed demon's followers immediately raised their hands in surrender. "We bow and pay homage to the red-clad female ghost. From this moment on, you are our master." She silently laughed to herself. After more than 100 years of fighting the cursed demon, she had finally emerged victorious, all thanks to the help of her beloved husband. "So, where is my beloved husband now?" To her surprise, Lin Mo was happily standing on the ground, marveling at the demon pearl of an evil spirit-class demon. "I could sell this for at least 2 million. This time, we've really struck gold." The female ghost in red immediately swooped down and wrapped her arms around his neck. "Honey, there's a celebration tonight to mark the defeat of the vengeful spirit. Let's go together," she said. Lin Mo, irritated, tried to push her away. "I'm not going. I still have school tomorrow." The red-clad ghost didn't give up and continued to plead. "You helped me get rid of the vengeful spirit. How can you not come to the celebration?" Lin Mo refused her again. "I wasn't helping you. I'm doing this for myself." The ghost appeared slightly bashful for a moment. "It was clearly for me, but you're denying it." Finally, Lin Mo stopped arguing and turned to walk away quickly. "I'm going back to school. If fate allows, we'll meet again." The red-clad female ghost waved her hand as she bid him farewell. "That you must come one day. I'll wait for you, my dear husband, always as ambitious as ever." The forest fell into an eerie silence. Sun Biao was still in disbelief at what he had just witnessed. "I didn't just imagine that, right? Lin Mo really just killed a vengeful ghost, didn't he?" Gao Tai Ti was equally shocked. The power of that demon sword seemed almost on par with her own doll. Lin Mo had also made an agreement with the red-clad ghost about the desolate hunting grounds. If he were a righteous demon master, it wouldn't be a problem, but if he had fallen down a darker path, he could be a threat to humanity. Just then, Gao Tai Ti's phone rang and her father's voice came through. She hesitated, unsure whether to bring it up, but Lin Mo's situation was becoming increasingly serious. She only snapped out of her thoughts when Sun Meilei spoke up. Meanwhile, Gao Longchen was shouting in anger. According to the report, Lin Mo had struck a deal with the ghost in the desolate area and had formed a powerful spirit army. They had investigated his spirit contracts and found that he now had 4 of them, greatly increasing the danger he posed. Sunday Lai scratched his head in confusion. Why don't we just capture Lin Mo and interrogate him? Isn't that enough? Why go through all this hassle? Gao Longchen immediately started explaining, there's a chance that a powerful figure is backing him. Without solid proof that he's a remnant of the demon ceiling, we can't count on the military to help us. Sun Lei, surprised by this information, grew worried. So, what should we do now? Are we just supposed to stick here and wait? Gao Longchen quickly proposed a solution. I plan to force the remnant wing demon behind Lin Mo to reveal itself. Every year, the Demon Realm test is aimed at first-year students and has a low risk. This year will increase the difficulty to put him in danger. Whoever is behind him will definitely show up to help. Sun Lai, impressed, praised the plan. That's a brilliant strategy, using someone else's weapon to fight. But where should we hold the test? Gao Longchen's expression became serious as he pointed to a location on the map of Shanglan City. Meanwhile, the 8 demon kings were boasting proudly. Everyone says their demons are talented, but compared to that kid, they're still lacking. One of them nearly put the wrong end of a cigarette in his mouth. Startling himself, he quickly tossed it away. In the quiet of the night, Lin Mo continued to absorb the demon pearl. After some time, a change occurred and a purple demonic aura emerged. Lin Mo suddenly snapped to attention, feeling a surge of power as he advanced to the 2nd rank of Demon Master. As he observed the demon pearl, he couldn't help but feel a sense of triumph. Thanks to this, I've broken through to the 2nd rank. In the future, I'll be able to control the demon contract more effectively. I won't lose control like before, and my control will be more precise. The best part is, I can now level up the demon contract. Not long after, Lin Mo gradually drifted off to sleep. The last thought on his mind was the chainsaw demon and the blood eye demon, which had the potential to evolve from malevolent spirits into evil spirits, gaining 3 new skills. Unfortunately, the big-chested demon was merely a weeping demon. After thinking about it for a while, he finally slipped into a peaceful slumber. The next morning during class, the news spread that this year's first-year student trial for the entire province would take place in Jiangland City. Everyone was shocked. Suddenly, a voice broke out, cursing loudly. Has the Safety Bureau lost its mind? All the demons there are at least evil spirit level, and even the elite demon exorcist teams might not make it back. 8 demon kings quickly spoke up to calm everyone. Everyone, please stay calm. This trial is not mandatory. You can choose to participate or opt out. Also, Bai Yang has only 5 spots available for the Demon Master team. Each team can have between 1 and 5 members. If anyone wants to sign up, just let me know. Sitting below, Lin Mo glanced at Hai Xiao Pan and thought for a moment. Neither he nor a Shu had defensive demons. Xiao Ban's weak demon, however, could become fairly sturdy after activating its hardening skill, which could be useful for protection when needed. He smiled and turned to ask, Xiao Ban, what about you? Want to join us? Hai Xiao Pan, focused on his game, replied casually, I'm not going. It's a lot more fun to just stay in the game room. Lin Mo tried to convince him. Come on, didn't you activate your skill a few days ago? Your trash demon's defense has improved a lot, so what's there to be afraid of? Hai Xiao Pan just turned to smile and declined. He smiled slyly, his expression full of calculation. He knew that only by using his final tactic could he force the other person to leave. Without hesitation, Lin Mo slowly pulled out his phone and turned to tempt Hai Xiao Pan. If you've entered the demon realm, I'll give you all these documents. Hai Xiao Pan's interest was immediately piqued. Let me see the secret story of the 7 muscular men and the fragile girl too. Lin Mo quickly withdrew his hand, a wicked gleam in his eyes. Enter the demon realm first, then I'll give it to you. Tempted like a cat with a treat just out of reach, Hai Xiao Pan could no longer resist. Fine, I'll go. But you have to promise that as soon as I enter the demon realm, you'll send it to me. Lin Mo grinned and immediately agreed. A moment later, Hai Xiao Pan turned to Lin Mo with a mischievous grin. Mo bro, what if we bring another girl along? Lin Mo's face twisted with distaste. The girls at our school. You really like that kind? Hai Xiao Pan paused, considering it for a moment, then shrugged. Honestly, the girls at our school aren't anything special. At that, Lin Mo threw his arm around Hai Xiao Pan's shoulders and cut him off. Forget it, just the 3 of us will be fine. On the podium, the 8 demon kings spoke up, reminding them, there's one more thing. Any student taking part in the trial will be provided with death insurance by the school. Hai Xiao Pan's face instantly darkened. Death insurance? Can't you say something a little luckier? Lin Mo, unfazed, slowly peeled an apple. Once he was done, he handed it to and ran. I might not be around in the next few days. The Demon Realm trial is about to begin. She quickly took a bite. While chewing, and Rand couldn't help but wonder, the Demon Realm? Where is that? Is it dangerous? Lin Mo grinned and replied, it's like a haunted house, not too big and definitely not dangerous. Think of it like a game. Her concern only deepened. Not dangerous? Then why are there so many valuable things there? On the outside, Lin Mo gave a strange smile, but inside, he couldn't help but mock her. Asterisk all that effort to lie, and Xiao and Rand's only thinking about money asterisk. Lin Mo took another bite of his apple and casually added, by the way, when we get to the Demon Realm, I'll find a way to deal with some delay and force them to give me the antidote. After taking a large bite, he lowered his hand and extended the apple toward Rand, offering it to her. She looked at the apple with a mix of distaste. It's covered in your saliva. I'm not eating it. Lin Mo was rejected, but simply continued eating without a second thought. And Rand, growing irritated, asked, I just ate. It's still covered in your saliva. Are you really going to eat it like that? He finished the apple with a satisfied smile and shrugged. It's fine. I don't mind your germs. At that moment, Rand, feeling a bit defeated, reminded him, but there's poison in my saliva. The moment the words left her mouth, Lin Mo froze mid-chew. He quickly spat out everything he had just eaten. Damn, why didn't you say something earlier? He snapped, his face full of surprise, and Rand couldn't hold back her laughter. Who told you to eat so quickly? Embarrassed, Lin Mo was about to snap, but just then, Gao Tai Tai passed by and witnessed the entire scene. She glanced at Rand and muttered to herself, is she my half-sister? After a while, Lin Mo returned to his room. Hai Xiaopan immediately walked over with a curious expression. You still have 2 days until the Demon Realm trial. What are you reading now? A fashion magazine or something? Lin Mo quickly closed the book and lightly tapped his head. You've got such a one-track mind. This is a detailed map of the Demon Realm, Shanglan. It took me days to find this. Every alley and street is marked clearly. Hai Xiaopan rubbed his head confused. But what's the point of memorizing that? The Safety Bureau will give us maps once we enter, won't they? Lin Mo gave him an exasperated look. You fool. The Bureau's map will at most show demon locations. Mine also shows where the bank is. At the word bank, Hai Xiaopan's eyes lit up and even a shoe nearby looked surprised. Lin Mo smirked, clearly pleased with himself. Demons don't care about money, so there's a very high chance the money's still untouched in the bank. Excited, Hai Xiaopan suddenly turned and walked off. I'm going to buy 3 pairs of black socks. Lin Mo stared after him, puzzled. What for? Hai Xiaopan answered without missing a beat, to cover my face. Isn't that how you rob a bank? Lin Mo and a shoe could only sigh, too tired to argue with that kind of logic. Finally, the day of the trial arrived. Hundreds had gathered in the area. Somewhere in the crowd, Hai Xiaopan appeared next to Lin Mo and whispered, I didn't expect Bai Yang Academy to send 3 teams. One of them even has 3 people from Su Fang. Lin Mo frowned slightly and said, just ignore them. Let's stick to our plan. Standing at the podium, Sunday Lai announced in a clear voice, a Demon Realm trial for you students is about to begin. The trial will last 5 days. The Safety Bureau will assess you based on the number and strength of the demons you slay. The top 30 scorers will receive rewards, with higher scores leading to greater rewards. I must also stress one point. This trial is different from the Level 3 Demon Realm exam, and you will not be provided with teleportation talismans. The 2 young men below murmured anxiously to each other, worried about the danger of the trial. Lin Mo stood off to the side, listening to their complaints, and silently thought that maybe the Safety Bureau had chosen not to provide the talismans because they only worked in areas with special magic circles. Jianglan City was simply too large to set up such a formation. In the end, they'd have to rely on their own strength. Sunday Lai, clearly irritated, warned it's still not too late to back out now. One of the young men, visibly shaking, raised his hand to withdraw, drawing the attention of everyone in the room. His companion immediately grabbed him by the collar and snapped, You coward! Want to quit without even trying? Don't you know that if you withdraw, the whole team has to leave with you? He pushed him away quickly and fired back. Without a teleportation talisman, do you want to die in the Demon Realm? Isn't your life more important? One by one, others also buckled under the pressure of the trial and asked to withdraw. Teams quietly left, slipping away without a word. Sunday Lai, upon witnessing this, felt a sense of satisfaction. Good. Those who remain are true heroes. Head to the supply depot and then gather at the entrance. His eyes briefly lingered on Lin Mo, a quiet joy in his expression. The plan is unfolding perfectly. Even the last of the wind demons are sticking to it. The gate to the Demon Realm is gradually opening, slowly cracking apart, and those bold enough to stay behind are preparing to step through. One by one, they continued into the realm. At the entrance, they found scattered bones on the ground. Lin Mo's group remained vigilant as they stepped forward. The demon realm appeared desolate and unnervingly quiet. A dark, oppressive atmosphere hung in the air, and soon the group scattered, each taking their own path. Hai Xiaopan, clearly confused, spoke up. Are we heading straight to the bank? Lin Mo, examining a map, replied, take it easy. The demons in the city will be much more numerous than out here. Rushing in would only get us killed faster. He pointed to a spot on the map with a furrowed brow. We're on the eastern edge of the city. There's a village ahead. Let's head there first. Shu then added, I'm good with whatever. Xiaopan, what do you think? Hai Xiaopan shrugged. You're asking me? I just hope we can find somewhere safe to rest for a while. Grumbling, he pointed at the sky, prompting the other two to look up. Instantly, the sky darkened, as though a storm was about to hit. They knew they had to move quickly. The three of them urgently searched for shelter, eventually entering a nearby building. Hai Xiaopan urged them impatiently. Hurry up! Someone's ahead of us! Ahead of them, several other brutes had already arrived. Lin Mo observed quietly, a calculating look in his eyes. It's fine. In fact, it's good that they can scout the path for us. They quickly made their way into the building, their figures gradually fading from view. Lin Mo stayed alert. There was no sign of any movement. Well, if there's no activity here, that means there probably aren't any ghosts in this village. We can relax for now and stay here. This place seems fine. Let's rest here tonight. He said this as he slowly walked inside. Shu and Hai Xiaopan followed. Hai Xiaopan appeared a little uneasy and pointed ahead. But it looks so old. Do you think the roof might collapse if it rains tonight? We could pick a bigger house like the others. Why did you choose one of those? Shu approached and gave him a reassuring pat on the shoulder. This one is the best. They all stepped inside together. Lin Mo smiled, satisfied. Shu really knows what I need. Xiaoban was still confused. Then why is it the best? Shu grabbed a cloth and began wiping down the furniture as he explained. This room is at the village entrance. If a ghost tide comes, we'll be the first to escape and won't get trapped inside the village. Xiaoban's face lit up with understanding. He seemed to grasp the logic behind it now. Seeing his reaction, Shu shook his head, speechless. Lin Mo nibbled on some dry food before offering it to the others to help replenish their energy. Have some candy too. I'll go check the village and see if there are any dangerous ghosts nearby. The two of them took the food and started eating. Hai Xiaopan couldn't help but complain. The safety bureau is so stingy. With this amount of dry food, it'll barely last 4 days. For a big eater like me, it might only last 3. You have to admit, it's a small portion, but if you ration it, it's enough to get by. Suddenly, someone unexpectedly entered and struck up a conversation. Hi there, I'm Hu Kun, a student from Lin Feng Academy. With a cheerful smile, he made an offer. We managed to sneak in some meat, so we thought we'd share a bit with you to help curb the hunger. Shu and Lin Mo exchanged cautious glances, silently skeptical of this unexpected kindness. This seems too convenient. There's probably more to it. However, Hai Xiaopan, tempted by the offer, stepped forward to greet him. Hey there, we're from Bai Yang Academy. Hu Kun's grin widened as he handed over the food. Here you go. Let's be friends, shall we? Just as he was about to hand it over, Lin Mo stepped in and gently stopped him. He casually draped an arm over Xiaoban's shoulder, offering a polite smile as he asked, Mind if I ask how exactly did you manage to sneak meat in here? Shu also frowned, stepping forward slowly. If I remember correctly, did they confiscate all our phones and food when we entered the demon realm? Hu Kun patted his chest proudly and smiled, revealing his secret. I sewed a hidden pocket into my jacket and snuck it in that way. Lin Mo appeared somewhat skeptical and addressed Hu Kun with a serious tone. Why are you telling us all this and why give us such a generous gift? Hu Kun shrugged casually and replied, I gave you the meat because I need something in return. If any monsters or ghosts appear tonight, people at the village entrance like you will notice them first, so I'd appreciate it if you could give us a warning to help keep us on alert. Since our two teams are working together, think of it as a small gesture of goodwill from our side. Upon hearing this, Lin Mo smiled and accepted the piece of meat. All right, I agree. If any monsters show up, I'll definitely let you know. Hu Kun smiled in return, waved goodbye, and left. All right, we'll have to rely on each other to survive here. I'm heading back now. As Lin Mo placed the 2 pieces of meat on the table, Hai Xiaopan approached. Mr. Mo, how about we split this meat? I'm starving. I'm practically drooling. Lin Mo ignored him and turned to Shu. Hey, do you think there's something wrong with this meat? Shu took a knife and drove it straight into the meat. Xiaopan, curious, watched closely. What are you two doing? Is there poison in the meat or something? Lin Mo raised a finger to his lips, signaling for silence. They gave us this meat out of nowhere, so it's definitely suspicious. Shu lifted the knife and examined the meat carefully before speaking up. There's no poison, but something still feels off. It smells too good. The blood-eyed demon suddenly appeared beside them, his voice low and cautious as he whispered to Lin Mo, "That meat, it's from a mind-controlled demon." Lin Mo froze, stunned by the revelation. "What? From the forest of demon flesh?" he asked quickly. At that moment, Xiao Pan, unbothered and still curious, stared at the meat with wide eyes. "What's the forest of demon flesh?" A Shu answered without hesitation. "It's not a real forest. It's a term for a class of demons that specialize in mental manipulation. If you consume their flesh, they can briefly control your mind." He glanced at Lin Mo and added, "I wasn't paying attention earlier, but thankfully, Lin Mo's blood eyes sensed something. If not, we could have walked straight into a trap." Realizing the danger, Xiao Pan tossed the meat away in alarm, his voice trembling. "But why? Why would they target us? We didn't even provoke them." Lin Mo's expression darkened, his clenched fists trembling with fury. Noticing Lin Mo's rage, a Shu offered a grim theory. "If they can use us as puppets or decoys, it'll make their operation safer. They wouldn't risk themselves if they could use others." A cold energy pulsed from Lin Mo as he said in a voice like ice, "Then we ended here, either them or us." He turned to the group, voice sharp and commanding. "They're likely still nearby. Pretend to eat and yell loud enough to bait them out." Instantly, the three of them began to shout and act, raising their voices with dramatic flair, clearly aiming to draw in whoever was watching from the shadows. Not far away, Hu Kan observed the scene, a malicious grin on his face. Typical Bai Yang, too easy to fool. One simple setup, and they've already taken the bait. Now we just need 3 more tools for the next phase. Late into the night, the sound of loud snoring filled the air. The 3 members of Lin Mo's group slept peacefully, but suddenly, Lin Mo's eyes snapped open as if sensing something. At the same moment, both Lin Mo and a Shu sprang into action, fully alert. Lin Mo spoke cautiously, his voice barely above a whisper. "Who's performing the opera at this hour?" Above them, 2 shadowy figures were staging a chilling performance. The eerie opera sent shivers down their spines. One of the figures, a demon diva, spoke coldly, introducing the scene. "The King of Hell has decreed death at the 3rd watch. Next up is the demon martial disciple. Who dares to keep me here until the 5th watch?" A Shu froze, recognizing the performance. He realized it was the demonic play that occurred during a ghost festival in the middle of the 7th lunar month, a ritual meant to trap the souls of the living. Meanwhile, outside, Hu Kan was suggesting a plan. "Captain, I think we should let those 3 idiots go ahead and serve as sacrifices for us." The captain agreed, proposing that they allow the group to confront the demons for now. At that moment, the captain sprang into action, summoning the forest of demon flesh. The monstrous forest surged forward as she issued more commands, activating her deadly abilities. Inside, Lin Mo had woken Xiao Pan. Feigning excitement, he quickly said, "They've started. Let's go. We'll pretend to be under their control and then teach them a lesson," he added. A Shu paused and turned back to Xiao Pan, offering a cautious reminder. "Be careful. The opera those female ghosts are performing could be a mind control technique. Try not to listen." Xiao Pan hesitated before responding. "It sounds easy when you say it, but I'm not sure I can stop myself from hearing it." Lin Mo turned back with a confident smile. "Don't worry, I have a plan." All 3 of them arrived at the front of the auditorium. Lin Mo casually remarked, "The singing is incredible, and that actor is really handsome." At the edge of the wall, Hu Kan's team stood, observing from the shadows. One of his teammates sneered and said, "Fools, they're applauding like everything is fine, even though death is just around the corner." He scoffed further. "Then again, they're Bai Yang's people, so it's no surprise they're useless." The team captain joined in with a wicked grin. "The plan's working. Whether they're alive or dead, they'll all be played with by our forest of demon flesh." But suddenly, Hu Kan's expression shifted. His eyes widened as he realized something. "But those opera ghosts don't seem as powerful as the rumors suggested. The 3 of them are still normal. It looks like their souls haven't been taken yet." The captain, with her usual arrogance, responded, "I had a feeling. If those ghosts aren't that strong, then let's surpass them. We can kill the 2 ghosts and take the ghost bowl. That will give us more points." Without hesitation, she led her team forward, charging ahead confidently. Hu Kan's team quickly closed the gap with the ghosts. Demon Diva stood at the front, singing a line of opera. "3 souls, 7 spirits, come forth." She sang, her voice channeling power with every word. In that moment, Hu Kan's team was hit by an overwhelming pressure. The captain of Hu Kan immediately understood what was happening and yelled, "We're done for. We've been trapped." In unison, they all collapsed to the ground. Even Diva smiled, clearly pleased by the sight. One of Hu Kan's teammates suddenly lifted his head, sensing the danger. The demon martial disciple stood tall, his blade raised high, ready to strike. He didn't react in time, and the blade cleaved through one of his arms. His scream of pain filled the air, followed by Lin Mo's joyful cheer. Nice, keep it up. Hit him harder. The team leader gritted his teeth, frustration evident in his voice. Why aren't those three being pulled onto the stage? The hidden truth came to light. Lin Mo's group had cleverly plugged their ears to avoid the forest of demon flesh's influence. Huo Kun's team leader cursed in fury. They're not affected by the forest control. This was a trick. At that moment, the system's reward notification rang out. Congratulations, a host has earned 40 break the room points. Realizing the situation was spiraling, she abandoned any further argument and quickly turned to command her team. Stop standing there. Summon the contract demons and get off the stage now. In the next instant, a swarm of demons appeared, encircling the demon martial disciple. They leaped and lunged at him, eager to land the first blow. Below, Lin Mo, clearly dissatisfied with the spectacle, added fuel to the fire. Picking on the weakened numbers, how pathetic. If you're so tough, why not fight one-on-one? The entire Hukun team shouted in unison. Shut up, you idiot. Just as Lin Mo had hoped, his efforts earned him 80 more break the room points. But he wasn't done yet. He taunted them further. So, what's that actress demon doing? Hurry up and help him. The demon diva seemed to snap back to attention. In the next moment, she opened her mouth wide, releasing a sound that amplified the frequency. Meanwhile, the demon martial disciple was struggling, overwhelmed, and surrounded by the demons. After receiving her signal, the demon martial disciple immediately tapped into his full strength. With a powerful swing of his blade, he sent all the demons flying. Lin Mo, witnessing this, felt a surge of excitement, and he cheered loudly. So, the demon actors possess both control and support abilities. Their support skills are incredible. At that moment, a thought crossed his mind. I still have 2 pack slots available. Maybe I should capture these 2 demons. After all, I don't have any demons that provide healing support yet. In the arena, the demon martial disciple delivered a fierce strike with his sword. The forest of demon flesh attempted to attack from behind. The demon martial disciple quickly spun around, dodging with impressive agility. The result was an unexpected collision between the 2 demons. Seizing the opportunity, the demon martial disciple swiftly struck down the demon that had become isolated in a corner. One by one, he cleaved through the pack demons, and Hukun's group also suffered injuries, their screams of pain echoing across the arena. Meanwhile, Lin Mo, standing outside, was thrilled by the sight, cheering for the demon martial disciple. That's an amazing strike. What incredible martial arts. The situation, however, was becoming increasingly grim. The man in the black military uniform clenched his teeth and gave a sharp command. If we can't defeat the one with the black face, then focus on attacking the red one. If we take her down, we'll break free from this control. Without hesitation, the person beside him nodded and responded. Understood. He quickly issued a clear command to the hungry ghost demon, directing it to attack the demon actress. On the other side, things were no better, as the white-wrapped mummy relentlessly pressed its attack against the demon martial disciple without pause. With a swift motion, he seized control of the spear and with a decisive strike, cleaved the demon's body in 2. Black blood spilled endlessly across the ground. The demon martial disciple didn't pause for a moment. His eyes blazed with fury as he charged forward, his voice booming with menace. Where do you think you're going? The blade sank deep into the demon's skull, piercing it clean through. The creature froze, its tongue hanging limply, eyes wide in shock. With a fluid twist, the disciple spun his weapon. The lifeless bodies lay scattered, surrounded by pools of blood, the very earth seeming to embrace death. His gaze shifted, locking onto the leader of the Black Horns. The demoness could barely move, crawling on the ground, her arms flailing in fear. Death was closing in. Trembling, she stammered out a desperate plea. Please, the headless demon, save me. The severed remains of her comrades struggled to rise, their limbs gone, only managing a few weak sobs. Under the oppressive gaze of the demon martial disciple, the demoness dropped to her knees, her head bowed low as she begged Lin Mo for mercy. Please, I know I was wrong. Save me. I'll do whatever you want. With a mocking smirk, Lin Mo tilted his ear, pretending not to hear her, then casually asked, Huh? What was that? I didn't quite catch it. Without another word, the demon martial disciple's sword sliced through her neck and her head fell to the ground, trailing blood as her wide, horrified eyes stared in shock. Lin Mo grinned, satisfied with the outcome. He clapped his hands in approval, his eyes narrowed with pleasure, and praised his companion's efficiency. Demon Diva nodded in agreement, adding, Well done. Finally, Lin Mo raised his hand, a confident smile spreading across his face as he prepared to perform a spell. Now, it's my turn to put on a little show, don't you think? The Demon Diva shot a quick glance at you, her expression a mix of surprise and silent evaluation as she took in the situation. This is bad, she muttered under her breath. Nearby, the demon martial disciple was struggling, summoning every ounce of his strength to hold back the sharp, saw-like blade. His teeth clenched, his face twisted in pain, and his body shook with the effort. Seeing this, the demon deva quickly moved behind him, gathering energy and directing it toward him. As she did, I felt a pang of hunger within me. She began to sing, her voice rising with each note, her movements graceful as she danced in time with the melody. The soldiers, their faces resembling oxen and horses, responded to the deva's psalm. Waves of energy surged toward the demon martial disciple, each wave more powerful than the last. He absorbed it eagerly, feeling the strength flow into him. He too cried out, the sound release of his fatigue, a rallying cry to fuel his spirit. Even the extreme demon paused, visibly taken aback by the demon martial disciple's incredible strength and unyielding endurance. With a final, desperate push, the demon martial disciple summoned all of his might and forced the enemy back. His voice echoed loud and fierce as he fought to overcome his weariness and strengthen his resolve. Thanks to his sheer determination and unbreakable will, the extreme demon was driven back. The demon martial disciple gritted his teeth and used every last bit of his strength to hold his ground. To defeat the enemy, strike at the king first, he thought as the battle raged on. But just as he gained the upper hand, the extreme demon retaliated with a savage counterattack. The demon martial disciple lost his footing, caught off guard by the sudden onslaught. Fortunately, he quickly planted his foot, regaining balance and composure. Undeterred, the demon martial disciple pushed forward, attacking with breathtaking speed, refusing to give in to the pressure. Look at this. Lin Mo stood behind, observing everything that had just unfolded. He couldn't help but feel a surge of admiration. His own abilities were undeniably impressive. Without hesitation, he unsheathed his sword and joined the fray. One sword. Lin Mo struck quickly, aiming directly at the staff in the hands of the demon martial disciple. He called out with authority, spirit sealing. In a single swift motion, Lin Mo knocked the demon martial disciple to the ground, leaving him unable to rise. The demon martial disciple clenched his teeth, his eyes burning with fury and hatred as he glared at Lin Mo. But Lin Mo wasn't finished. He readied another strike. Let me show you more of my strength. With that, he swung his sword at the demon martial disciple's face, shouting, "One sword to eliminate evil." As the blade came down, the demon martial disciple coughed up blood, and a cloud of dust billowed up around him from the force of Lin Mo's strike. His face was immediately soaked in blood, and fresh blood poured from his mouth, staining the ground beneath him. Watching this, Demon Diva's face filled with worry. Sweat appeared on her brow as panic set in. "Brother," she cried out in desperation. She rushed toward him, but the three members of Lin Mo's group remained coldly watching from a distance. Just as Demon Diva was about to reach her fallen comrade, the high-ranking weeping demon began playing her instrument. Each note that escaped from its strings wrapped around Demon Diva, trapping her in place and halting her progress. Demon Diva was suddenly yanked back and thrust into the strong chest of Lin Mo. Without missing a beat, he grabbed her wrist and spoke in a crude tone, "You're so beautiful, little sister." At the same time, a notification from the system echoed. "Congratulations, host, you've earned 40 points for breaking the room." Seeing Lin Mo hold on to Demon Diva without any intention of letting go, and hearing his lewd words, Demon Martial Disciple's fury reached its peak. "Let go of my sister," he shouted. Before he could act on his anger, however, he was swiftly overwhelmed and subjected to more punishing blows from Extreme Demon. Meanwhile, Lin Mo stood calmly, mentally formulating his next move. With a confident smile, he thought, "Now let's figure out how to break their defense, and that contract will be ours." Once his plan had been settled in his mind, Lin Mo turned his attention back to teasing Demon Diva. "Little sister, is that guy your brother, or are you two more than just family?" Her face flushed with embarrassment at his provocative question and his unmistakable lack of shame. She stammered in response, What does it have to do with you?" Without missing a beat, Lin Mo seized her chin, forcing her to look up at him. His hands, no longer satisfied with just holding her wrist, slid around her slender waist, pulling her even closer. With his smooth, flattering tone, he continued, "Why wouldn't it have something to do with me? You're so beautiful, yet you're following him? It's such a waste. Come with me instead. I promise I'll make you happy every day." Demon Diva, now boiling with rage, screamed, I'll drag you to your death with me." The Demon Diva raised her sharp claws toward him, but Lin Mo remained calm, offering a casual warning, "If you touch me, your brother will die." With that, he moved a chainsaw dangerously close to the Demon Martial Disciple's face, forcing him to grit his teeth in silence. As the Demon Diva noticed the movement near her brother, she froze, her eyes anxiously flicking to him. Yet, within moments, her hands started reaching for Lin Mo's neck again. She sobbed helplessly, consumed by the pain of being unable to protect her brother or avenge him. "You bastard," she muttered through her tears. Despite the insult, Lin Mo remained unfazed, grinning mischievously as he replied, "Dishonorable, I'm clearly showing you love." As he thought about how to escalate the situation, he quietly assessed the break room level is only at 10%. I need to make them feel more disgusted. Without missing a beat, he added, such beautiful hands, and you have to spend every day in the rain with him. The Demon Diva wiped away her tears and frustration, and Lin Mo couldn't resist teasing her further. Really makes one feel heartbroken. Then, with exaggerated gentleness, he wiped the tears from her face. The system displayed measuring the break room level. The Demon Martial Disciples was at 30%, still 69% away from direct contraction. At that moment, the Demon Martial Disciple lost all control, shouting in fury, "You bastard! Let go of my little sister!" Along with those words, Lin Mo quickly accumulated more points. Congratulations, a host has earned 400 Break the Room points. The notifications continued to arrive in rapid succession. It was noted that the Break the Room level of Demon Diva had reached 69%, with only 30% remaining to finalize the contract. Lin Mo was taken aback by this. Despite his playful teasing of Demon Diva, Break the Room level of Demon Martial Disciple was rising even faster. In that case, it seemed wiser to focus on Demon Martial Disciple's Break the Room progress first. With this thought in mind, he acted quickly. Lin Mo stepped closer to Demon Diva, gently tilting her slightly as he wrapped his arm around her waist. Smirking, he teased, "Do you still have your first kiss?" Then, slowly he leaned in, his face mere inches from hers. He whispered, "May I have it?" Watching this, Demon Martial Disciple was filled with rage. Desperation in his voice, he shouted, "No." It was precisely this reaction that allowed Lin Mo to accelerate the process. The Break the Room level of Demon Martial Disciple was now at 99%, and Lin Mo had the option to forcibly sign the contract. As his lips neared Demon Diva's, Lin Mo paused and grinned, feeling victorious. "Let's sign the contract." At that moment, the system appeared before Demon Martial Disciple. Demon Martial Disciple, do you agree to become Mr. Lin Mo's demon contract? Do you agree to serve him for life? Do you want to become his servant? The Demon Martial Disciple immediately shouted in protest. "No, I won't agree." However, no matter how the Demon Martial Disciple responded, it made no difference. It was merely a formality, a question that didn't seek an answer. Whether he agreed or not was irrelevant. The contract was being finalized, 10%, 20%, and finally, it was successfully signed. With that, the Demon Martial Disciple was completely subdued. He was drawn in and became Lin Mo's servant. Seeing that the Demon Martial Disciple had been fully controlled and was now his, Lin Mo couldn't contain his joy. He laughed loudly. Wonderful. No longer paying attention to the Demon Martial Disciple, the Demon Diva shouted furiously at Lin Mo, "Where is my brother? What have you done with him?" Lin Mo then gave a slight grin and tugged at her shirt, saying, "He doesn't need you anymore. I've taken care of him. Why don't you come with me instead? I'm the one who truly understands you." Before he could finish his sentence, the Demon Diva interrupted with a harsh cry. Scoundrel. Her anger only pushed him closer to sealing the contract. The progress bar now read 80%, just 90% away from completion. Seeing that the contract was almost done, Lin Mo became even more eager, ignoring the Demon Diva, who was trembling with embarrassment and distress. "Do you know what kind of hunting I like? It's you. Yes, it's you." He had leaned in even closer and murmured vile words. "But I prefer the scent on your cheek." The Demon Diva screamed, "Stop! Please, just stop." Trembling in fear, she covered her head, pleading, "Please don't say any more." And with that final crack in her defenses, the contract was signed. The readings indicated that the Break the Room threshold for Demon Diva had reached 90%, making it possible to forcibly execute the contract. Upon hearing this, Lin Mo quickly responded to the contract offer. At that moment, mechanical sounds echoed from the system. "Demon Diva, forget your brother. Becoming Lin Mo's contract demon will be the greatest honor of your life. He will bring you endless happiness and treat you as his most valued demon. Do you accept?" Without hesitation, Demon Diva screamed, "I refuse." Despite her firm objection, the system continued to enforce the contract. "No, you do agree. What you're saying is nothing but self-deception." As the contract was finalized, Demon Diva cried out in pain. "What are you going to do?" "No, don't," she pleaded. The only sound that followed was the system's cold voice. 10%, 20%, contract complete, and then Demon Diva vanished, pulled into Lin Mo's body along with her brother. Staring at the demon marks on his arms, Lin Mo felt a surge of triumph. His goal of collecting hundreds of millions of demons had just taken another significant step forward. Quickly, he summoned both Demon Diva and Demon Martial Disciple, including the Chainsaw Demon and the large-chested demon. Before he could finish his command, Demon Martial Disciple yelled, "Let me out! Give me my sister back!" At that moment, the system's voice announced Demon Martial Disciple's loyalty has dropped by 5%, leaving only 2%. Seeing that the situation was starting to get tense, Lin Mo quickly spoke to calm them down. Relax, relax. First of all, I'm not interested in your little sister at all. Besides, she's already become my contracted demon. That way, you two can always be together, and you won't have to worry about anyone else taking her away. Thanks to his reassuring words, the demon martial disciple and the demon diva both appeared immediately. The demon diva looked at him with a soft, loving gaze. Brother, the demon martial disciple also spoke in a gentle, affectionate tone. Little sister. In that moment, a notification from the system popped up. Asterisk, asterisk, demon martial disciple's loyalty increased by 5%. Now it's 7%, asterisk, asterisk, as the two shared a warm embrace. Little sister, we must always stay together. The mechanical voice of the system chimed in. Asterisk, asterisk, demon diva's loyalty increased by 10%. Now at 12%, asterisk, asterisk. But then, as if remembering something, the demon martial disciple scolded Lin Mo angrily. But you still forced a kiss on my little sister. Lin Mo remained calm and replied, What are you talking about? If you don't believe me, just ask her. At that, the demon diva, still leaning against the demon martial disciple, spoke up to confirm, That's true. Now that I think about it, he only did that to form our contract. Satisfied with her response, the demon martial disciple quickly relaxed. Oh, I see. You should have said that earlier. Remember that. Asterisk, asterisk, demon martial disciple's loyalty increased by 20%, now at 27%, asterisk, asterisk. Seeing this, Lin Mo couldn't help but chuckle. Wow, that was quite a jump, huh? So the most important thing for a demon martial disciple is still the little sister, huh? He mused. That means as long as you keep the demon diva safe, you can keep the demon martial disciple in line. With that thought, he turned to the two demons who were locked in a warm embrace. This place is dark and desolate, and not a soul in sight. Are you two here just to put on a show for the empty air? Such a waste, he continued. Come with me. I'll take you to a livelier area where more people can hear the beautiful voice of this demon diva. The demon diva, hearing this, agreed with a nod. You got a point, she said. The demon martial disciple beside her immediately added, Wherever the little sister goes, I'll follow. I'll listen to her all the way. At that moment, the system's voice rang out. Asterisk, demon diva's loyalty has increased by 18%. Remaining HP is 30%. Demon martial disciple's loyalty has increased by 3%. Remaining HP is 30% asterisk. Lin Mo smiled broadly and said, Mission accomplished. Meanwhile, in a quiet, abandoned house, Xiao Ban was joyfully holding a bag of supplies, having secured enough rations for 4 people. It should be enough to get by. A Shu chimed in, We've also dealt with the last 2 weak demons in the village. Hearing this, Lin Mo stifled a yawn and replied, The Demon City's military and the elite demon command squad couldn't even clear them out. What do you expect from us, a bunch of students? Anyway, once we get into the city, we'll go guerrilla style. Any demon we can kill, we will. For now, let's rest. With that, he grabbed his bag, ready to leave. Seeing Lin Mo preparing to head outside, a Shu asked in confusion, Aren't you going to sleep? He answered, Who knows? There might be a tough battle tomorrow. I'm off to level up the demon contract. Hearing Lin Mo's words filled in with admiration. Not only was Lin Mo stronger, but he also trained with incredible dedication. His expression grew serious and resolved. I need to push myself harder in my own cultivation. That night, in an old abandoned house, the wind rustled the leaves outside. In the courtyard, Lin Mo sat in a chair, completely focused on reading an ancient text. After a moment, he summoned a high-level weeping spirit, preparing for a new ritual. He called forth a female spirit with a striking appearance. From his pouch, he retrieved 3 green gems and placed them on a white piece of paper. Then he picked one up and raised all 3 into the air. Absorb, he commanded. Immediately, the spirit absorbed the energy from all 3 gems. A system notification flashed. Spirit leveled up, malevolent soul, primary level. As the energy settled, the spirit's form became more defined and powerful. Lin Mo stared in mild amazement. Wow, the transformation is visible. Does this happen every time you level up? The spirit lowered her gaze, a light blush on her face. Lin Mo cleared his throat to refocus. All right, back to the mission. He tapped the second skill option on the system screen. A new message appeared. Second skill acquired for spirit, new ability, reverberating echo. Reverberating echo level 1. A soul-affecting resonance spreads through the air, weakening the spiritual power of demon masters within its range. If the target is a wild demon, uncontracted, it can drain their demonic energy. Spiritual energy cost, 20. Skill cooldown, 120 seconds. Seeing the impressive stats, Lin Mo couldn't help but smile at her. Reducing spiritual aura? That's an excellent support skill, he thought. As long as spiritual energy and demonic power are suppressed, it could neutralize the enemy's abilities. Without hesitation, he stored the advanced weeping demon away, an intimidating demon with a strong thirst for vengeance. Lin Mo then moved on to upgrading another demon's skill. Next, he reached into his pouch and emptied all the green gemstones onto the ground. With a sly smile, he whispered to his partner, "Blood-Eye Demon, I got a treat for you." Almost immediately, the blood-eye within him absorbed all the green gemstones. Once the absorption process finished, Lin Mo's eyes widened in amazement as if he had unlocked a new ability. His right eye now had the power to see through any object. He could even make out a Shu, who was meditating inside, and not only that, he could see the blood vessels running through his body. It was a truly remarkable sight. Lin Mo couldn't contain his excitement. "I can see the meridians and acupoints of my enemies. This is unbelievable," he exclaimed. Blood-Eye also emerged from his body grinning. "I can feel my strength growing. This is amazing. I rated 5 stars. Hearing that, Lin Mo chuckled and replied, "The real surprise is still coming." He then pressed the button to select the third skill on the system screen. At once, the familiar mechanical voice of the system echoed, "Congratulations, unlock successful. Consume 1,000 points, Blood Curse level 1. It is possible to mark an enemy within a 50-meter radius using the Blood Curse mark. After the target continuously loses health for 10 seconds, the mark will explode. The explosion causes true damage, bypassing armor, magic resistance, and soul consumption. Moreover, the skill has no cooldown limit, though it cannot be used repeatedly on the same target." Upon seeing this, Lin Mo's eyes gleamed brightly like headlights cutting through the dark. With the Blood Curse skill, even if a demon time were to appear, he would no longer have to be afraid. Suddenly, the screen flickered and another message appeared. The loyalty of the demon Blood-Eye has increased by 15%. The Blood-Eye also sends its thanks. "Kid, I don't usually thank anyone, but today is an exception." Immediately after, another notification popped up. The loyalty of the demon Blood-Eye has reached 99%. Loyalty will no longer decrease, and it has become a permanent contract demon. Lin Mo paused for a moment, deep in thought. No more betrayals forever? Well, eventually, all demons would end up as permanent contracts, one way or another. At the break of dawn, just before the sun had fully risen, Lin Mo, Xiaoban, and his Shu set out on their journey. As they traveled, a group of people suddenly rushed past them in a panic, shouting loudly, "Run! A wave of demon eaters is coming up behind us. Damn these safety squads for sending us into a trial zone filled with malevolent spirit-level demons." Hearing this, Lin Mo quickly stopped a man with a bandaged head. "How many demon eaters are there in the wave?" he asked. The man replied breathlessly, "About 100 of them. You'd be better off finding somewhere to hide until the trial ends." However, unlike the others who were gripped by panic, a Shu and Lin Mo felt a surge of excitement. Over 100 demon pearls, huh? The two of them quickly sped towards their destination. "Hurry up! Hurry up! If we're late, someone else might take it." They ignored Xiao Ban, who was still standing behind, waving and calling out, "Wait for me." The person with the bandage on his head looked on in confusion at their rushed movements. What's wrong with these crazy people? Why are they in such a hurry? Are they hoping for a miracle or something? With lightning speed, Lin Mo and his group arrived in front of the inexorable wave of demons. Lin Mo, excited and mentally preparing for the battle, continued running. "We're here," he shouted, and a Shu, right beside him, wasn't lagging behind. He immediately began summoning the Shadow Demon. A dark shadow formed beneath a Shu's feet, and the Shadow Demon slowly began to materialize, drawing closer to the flesh-eating demons. At the perfect moment, the Shadow Demon charged forward, swinging its sharp scythe. The scythe cut through the air with incredible force, effortlessly slaying the flesh-eating demons with a single strike. One by one, their heads were severed cleanly. Some of the demons were sliced in half, a straight line running across their chests. A Shu and the Shadow Demon grew increasingly relentless, their attacks fiercer with each blow, as though exhaustion was an unknown concept to them. Watching this from the sidelines, Lin Mo couldn't help but feel a surge of emotion. This Shadow Demon is incredibly strong. He didn't want to fall behind, so he joined the battle. Lin Mo began summoning the Demon Martial Disciple and the Extreme Demon, thinking, "I can't let them outshine me." As more fighters appeared on the scene, a flesh-eating demon seemed to grow more aggressive, charging wildly toward him. But before they could do any damage, Lin Mo sent them flying with a single punch, their blood spilling out as they were knocked back. The Demon Martial Disciple and the Extreme Demon joined the battle, each trying to push back the demons that surrounded them. The three of them were trapped in the middle, unable to escape. No matter how hard they fought or what techniques they used, the flesh-eating demons kept coming. It seemed like their numbers were growing rather than shrinking. Observing the scene, Lin Mo paused for a moment, lost in thought. My demon-slaying speed is much slower than a Shu's, he realized. This isn't good. At that moment, the flesh-eating demons charged again, ready to tear into Lin Mo and his team. Without hesitation, Lin Mo activated the power of his right eye, the Blood Eye. In an instant, strange, ominous symbols appeared on the demons' bodies, stunning them for a brief moment as they tried to understand what was happening. A confident smile spread across Lin Mo's face as he began counting silently. 1, 2. After 10 seconds, he snapped his fingers. In an instant, the bodies of the demons exploded, their remains scattering through the air. With a loud explosion, the demon taming group was completely taken down, their bodies lying scattered on the ground. Lin Mo and his team swiftly finished off the few remaining demons, ensuring there were no survivors. As they wiped out the last of the demons, the other team stood silently at a distance, watching in stunned silence. Their eyes were wide, filled with disbelief as they exchanged glances, unable to hide their astonishment. What just happened? Which side are the demons on here? One whispered. Those two. They're both freshmen, right? Which master do they serve? What have they been training on to get this strong? Another wondered. Looking at Lin Mo's group, their eerie smiles and blood-red eyes glowing in the night, the others couldn't help but feel a chill. Why do they seem more excited to face demons than people? One of the team members looked at Xiao Ban with a puzzled expression. Aren't you part of the team? Why aren't you doing anything? Xiao Ban turned his head, his gaze icy and full of disdain. These small fry are nothing my two juniors can't handle. As for me, Wang Kai, I only deal with the big fish. The rest of the team exchanged glances, some nodding in admiration, while others clasped their hands together and spoke with respect. So you're the strongest in the team. My apologies, my apologies. Lin Mo, who was in the process of zipping up his bag, turned around and called out to Xiao Ban. Xiao Ban, stop standing there like an idiot. Come over here and take the demon pearl. Xiao Ban quickly shifted his attitude, replying obediently, yes, I'm coming right now. The others couldn't help but feel a bit stunned by how swiftly Xiao Ban had changed his demeanor. It was as though a giant question mark had appeared over their heads. As night fell, the once quiet surroundings grew even darker, casting a heavy and oppressive atmosphere. The towering Zaijin building loomed against the sky, radiating an air of arrogance. Inside a room, a man sat back casually, his legs crossed, sipping tea. Two beautiful maids stood on either side, offering him wine, while at the bottom of the stairs, a skeleton knelt and spoke. This man was the demon prodigy, leader of the demon realms Shanglan, now cursed and fallen. Have you found out anything? Are the ones who entered the demon realm part of the army or the provincial nation's safety bureau? Any demon masters among them? Anyone above rank 7, he asked. The skeleton replied, I captured 2 of them and questioned them. They said they were first-year students here for training, and none of them even have a 5th-ranked demon master soul. They're just kids who haven't even finished their baby formula. The demon prodigy let out a quiet "oh." We thought they had finally gathered an army strong enough to defeat us. If that's the case, why not send a few of them to capture all those kids and bring them here for a nice meal? The frozen demon frowned and answered with respect, Capture all of them, sir? Do you think this might anger Province Nation and lead them to send an army to retaliate against us? The black-red demon grinned, showing off its golden-capped fangs, and said eagerly, If Province Nation could do that, they would have already. All they can do is trap us in a magic formation. A tall, muscular smoke demon, cigarette dangling from its mouth, slowly nodded in agreement. The black-red demon continued exactly. The smoke demon exhaled a thick cloud of smoke, its rough voice cutting through the air. Boss, leave the 1st and 2nd-ranked demon masters to me. Demon Prodigy smirked, his sharp face twisting into a sinister grin. All right, get it done fast. Don't let any of them escape. The smoke demon quickly responded, Don't worry, boss. Not a single one will get away. Meanwhile, Lin Mo's group was walking through a city littered with corpses. Lin Mo, leading the way, warned cautiously, The demon level in this city has clearly risen overall. Shu looked up, taking a few deep breaths, and nodded in agreement. You're right. I can smell the presence of 2 very strong demons. Xiao Ban turned her head to look at Shu and said, Hey, our 2 bosses also collected 100 demon pearls from those quartz-eating demons. Maybe we should head back now. Lin Mo nodded thoughtfully. You're right. The demon pearl is incredibly tempting, but I didn't expect this place to be so dangerous. He then pointed ahead. The bank is just up ahead. If we don't hit it now, we're going to regret it. Once we take it, we can pull out. Suddenly, a loud explosion echoed, followed by a thick cloud of smoke that quickly surrounded them. Lin Mo and his group froze, alert and anxious. In the eerie red light, 3 demons with long, sharp horns emerged. As the smoke cleared, 3 massive malevolent spirits appeared, their piercing gazes fixed on Lin Mo and his team. Shu, seeing the threat, quickly called out to Lin Mo for guidance. Those look like high-level malevolent spirits. Should we fight? Lin Mo wasted no time. Just as one of the malevolent spirits raised its axe, he yanked Xiao Ban by the collar and pulled him away. Fight? Not a chance. Get to the bank now. Shu spoke up again. but they're just malevolent spirits. The two of us can definitely take them down. Lin Mo considered this, then nodded. You're right, but if we engage, we'll attract even more demons, and then we'll be trapped with no way out. Xiao Ban, who had fallen behind, was struggling to keep up. Clutching his bag, he screamed and pushed his legs to run faster. Mr. Mo, help me. They're almost on us. Lin Mo paused and quickly turned back. His eyes glowed blood red as he activated his blood realm illusion, buying Xiao Ban more time to escape. The group of high-ranking malevolent spirits were caught off guard. Instantly, they felt their heads spin, their vision blur, and their mouths involuntarily release faint groans. Seeing this, Lin Mo shouted urgently, "Run, quickly! Take this chance to shake them off." Suddenly, Xiao Ban's voice rang out. His face had turned ashen, devoid of any color, which startled Lin Mo. "Mr. Mo, look! The demon-taming group has surrounded us without a sound." Xiao Ban exclaimed, his words making Lin Mo pause in shock. Where did all these demons come from? No wonder even the elite demon command squad and their army were wiped out. Ashu frowned as he observed the demon-taming group in front of them. He turned to Lin Mo and spoke with a serious tone, explaining their next move. "I'll create some confusion for them," Ashu said. Then, without a moment's hesitation, he knelt on one knee, placed his hand on the ground, and shouted loudly. At once, a massive black shadow surged from his palm, the shadow demon of the abyss. The shadow spread outward, expanding to encompass the three of them. It formed a dark, oval shape that gradually grew, spilling into the alleys and corners around them. The approaching demon-taming group was forced to stop, unable to advance any further. With a way clear, a Shu led the charge, and the group sprinted through the scattered ranks of the demon-taming forces. "Run!" Lin Mo's eyes lit up as he glanced at his teammate. "What kind of ability is this?" Lin Mo asked, watching the shadow race past the demon-taming group. "Anyone outside the shadow's range won't be able to see us. Those within will have their speed slowed by 70%, but it only lasts 60 seconds, so we need to move fast." As they sprinted, Lin Mo couldn't help but admire. "Slowing down such a wide area, you're truly impressive." Xiao Ban struggled to keep up with the others, his breaths shallow and labored. "Stop talking, I'm about to collapse." "Haven't we arrived yet?" he gasped. As they continued along the road, Lin Mo's eyes suddenly landed on a towering skyscraper beside the main street. He immediately called out, "This is it." Without wasting any time, the three of them hurried through the large glass doors of the building. The dark shadow of their movements seemed to follow them with each step, gradually fading away until it completely disappeared into the night. Xiao Ban collapsed onto the floor, panting heavily, while his Shu took a moment to steady his breath. "For now, no demons are chasing us, but both of you, as demon masters, really need to work on your stamina," he remarked. Once he had caught his breath, Lin Mo's eyes shone with a golden light, his excitement clear on his face. "The bank vault?" he said eagerly. However, from a shadowed corner behind a large wall, Liu Si appeared, causing both Lin Mo and his Shu to exchange surprised and slightly startled glances. Liu Si pointed at them, his face contorted with displeasure. He frowned and snapped, "Lin Mo, what are you doing here?" Lin Mo winced, recognizing the voice. "Liu Si," he muttered under his breath. Liu Si eyed them both with a sharp, questioning gaze. "With all the demon tides outside, how did two low-ranked students like you make it in here? Do you have a flying demon contract or something?" Lin Mo silently cursed to himself. "Of course it's him. Can't escape trouble. Don't tell me this guy's already stolen my girl." Quick to react, Xiao Ban jumped in. "We don't have any flying demons, but we..." Lin Mo raised his hand to stop him from speaking further. "Forget about that nonsense," he said. "I bet you haven't even touched the money here, have you?" A group of demon masters at the second level stepped forward. One of them sneered and interrupted, "Whether I've touched it or not, that's none of your business." Lin Mo clicked his tongue in mock disappointment. "So, it turns out your first-level demon master is relying on the three of you at the second level? Don't tell me this success is all thanks to your shameless flattery and lack of self-respect." Liu Si immediately rolled up his sleeves, ready to fight. "Who says I'm relying on anyone? I have strength and talent, unlike the trash like you." At that moment, the mechanical system's voice chimed in. "Congratulations, host. You've earned 40 break-the-room points." But Lin Mo didn't respond to the notification. Instead, he calmly revealed his arm, covered in a series of colorful seals. Liu Si's eyes nearly popped out in shock. 6 demons. Liu Si stared stunned. "Impossible. You must have just tattooed those symbols on yourself. There's no way you've made a pact with 6 demons." Lin Mo replied coolly, "How many demons I have is none of your concern. Today, the bank's fortune belongs to us. Not even a saint could stop us." One of the second-level demon masters stepped forward, blocking Lin Mo's path. His brows furrowed as he spoke in a menacing tone. "You brat, don't get cocky." His eyes locked on Lin Mo, and he continued, "Even if you have 6 demons, The three of us each have 3. Together, we'll crush you. Lin Mo gave him a quick glance and chuckled. Why are you excluding Liu Si? Isn't he part of your group? The system's voice resonated. Congratulations, host. You've earned 40 points for breaking the room. Liu Si, seething with anger, retorted, Stop boasting. Either way, you won't be able to defeat us. Lin Mo smirked, rolling up his sleeve, and addressed his teammates with confidence. Is that so? Let's see what you can do. Shu, Xiao Ban, get ready. Suddenly, a demon appeared, resembling a massive eyeball with sharp fangs. It spoke in a low voice, warning them, don't attack. The demon shifted its gaze toward the bank's large glass doors, seemingly spotting something dangerous approaching from afar. I see many demon tamers in their eyes, all with fierce expressions, leading the charge. There are also smoke demons, over a dozen high-level evil spirits, and 1 advanced evil spirit heading straight for the bank, moving quickly. Run quickly, it urged, panic evident in its tone. An advanced evil spirit is already a huge threat, but now there are more than a dozen high-level evil spirits as well. We need to move fast. Lin Mo's attitude shifted immediately. With a wide grin, he draped his arm around a Shu and Xiao Ban, saying, I was just kidding with you guys. All the money in the bank is yours now. Don't leave, okay? Liu Si thought he'd have found an easy target. Smiling smugly, he said, Thodi, now, you see how powerful people from Su Feng can be, right? Pulling his teammates toward the door, he gave a forced grin, adding, yes, whatever happens. Don't leave the bank, all right? Xiao Ban stared at Lin Mo, clearly puzzled. Mr. Mo, why are you suddenly heading outside? But Lin Mo's response came with a sense of urgency, his face filled with anxiety. There's no time to explain. Hive Xiao Ban, quickly summon your trash demon. Without hesitation, Xiao Ban obeyed. Raising his hand, he quickly called forth the trash demon, just as Lin Mo had instructed. As the demon appeared, Lin Mo swiftly crawled into it, casting a glance at Xiao Ban and a Shu, urging them to move faster. Hurry! Those evil spirits are slowly making their way to the bank. We need to hide inside the trash demon and blend in as street decorations. Xiao Ban froze, his words stumbling as he looked at the demon. High-level evil spirits, he whispered, his voice filled with disbelief. Lin Mo's forehead was dotted with sweat, but he exhaled a sigh of relief, glad they had managed to hide before the spirits arrived. Just then, Liu Si's voice broke the tense silence, loud and frustrated. That damn Lin Mo. There are demons here, and he didn't even tell me. The second-ranked demon master's voice cut through the chaos. Stop shouting. Just fight and try to survive. Whoever can escape, do it. The smoky demon slowly removed a cigarette from his mouth, exhaling a thin, curling wisp of smoke. His voice, deep and grating, echoed with a menacing tone. You little brats hot, if you can last for an entire stick of incense, I'll let you go. One of the second-ranked demon masters went pale, quickly checking his own arm. He muttered a chant under his breath. Summon the contract demon and fight them to the death. Inside the bank, the sounds of battle erupted in chaos. A loud explosion was followed by the sharp sound of something breaking. Xiao Ban, looking concerned, turned to Lin Mo and asked, Mr. Mo, can you tell what's happening? Who's winning right now? Lin Mo carefully analyzed the situation before responding. The 3 from Su Feng are actually pretty capable, but they're no match for the demons. Still, they might be able to weaken them a bit. Xiao Ban furrowed his brow, glanced at Lin Mo, and after considering the situation, asked, Does that mean we're not taking the money anymore? As Shu and Lin Mo replied in unison, Why wouldn't we? Lin Mo spoke first. If the demons are seriously hurt, we'll strike when the time is right. That way, we'll get both the money and the demon pearls. As Shu added, If the demons are only lightly injured, we'll wait for them to leave, then take the money. We'll advance when necessary and retreat when needed. The 2 of them exchanged a knowing glance, high-fived, and cheered. Exactly. Xiao Ban couldn't help but feel a bit out of place. Wow, you 2 are something else. Compared to you guys, I feel like an idiot. Lin Mo shot him a playful glance, his voice light and teasing as if trying to get a rise out of him. It was the kind of friendly banter between them. Peeking out from behind the demon trash can, Lin Mo assessed the ongoing battle. A faint smile touched his lips as he commented softly, Those 2 Shu Feng guys aren't bad. Their coordination between attack and defense is impressive. After a prolonged fight, the group from Su Feng and Liu Si were breathing heavily. Surrounded by demons, despair started to set in. One of them, clutching his wounded arm and struggling to catch his breath, glanced at the smoke demon and said, You've lost. It's been over a stick of incense. Let us go. The smoke demon flashed a twisted grin, his teeth bared, and the smoke swirling around his face made the smile even more menacing. He sneered. Did a dog chew on your brain? He raised several crucifixes, binding them together. None of you are leaving this place today. You forced me to use my final move, and by the time you're dead, you won't have a single regret left." Their screams filled the air as their battered bodies trembled. Bruises and swelling marked their faces, and their desperate cries for help echoed hopelessly. Help? Outside, Lin Mo watched in horror, a cold shiver running down his spine. His back turned icy, and his heart clenched with a mix of fear and anger. Within moments, he killed all four of them. Lin Mo's eyes widened in shock, his brows knitting together as his voice quivered with disbelief. "They're all dead, and it hasn't even been half a minute." A Shu, standing beside him, explained in a low voice. "That's the smoke demon's ultimate technique, the eyeball judgment. The thick smoke drains the spirits of both the living and the dead, forcing them to relive their past wrongs. Each time a misdeed resurfaces, they are interrogated, and the smoke demon tortures them until they die." He paused, then added, "Look at that thug. He's the most injured. That means he had the most sins when he was alive." Lin Mo nodded, impressed, an expert in theory. But his expression grew serious as he added, "Although Shu Feng's group drained a significant portion of the smoke demon's power and even managed to take down 5 or 6 blood-sucking ghosts. However, the demon smoke's ultimate move was far too powerful, and there seemed to be no way to counter it. Perhaps it was better to just let it go. It wasn't worth risking their lives over a small sum of money." As Shu, with unwavering confidence, grasped the weapon at his back and spoke with a tone of certainty, his expression radiating trust. "I believe we could take them." He unsheathed his sword, its sharp edge gleaming, mirroring his fierce determination. Though the demon smoke's ultimate move was formidable, it had one critical weakness. It took up to an hour to recharge. Upon hearing this, Lin Mo clapped his hands together with a loud snap and grinned. "No ultimate move? This just got easier. We can take him down while he's vulnerable." Leaping out of the trash can, Lin Mo called over his shoulder, "We need to be quick. If more demons show up, we're in trouble." A Shu nodded in agreement as he followed, understood. Xiao Ban, still inside the trash can, poked his head out and, pointing to himself with a confused expression, quietly asked, "What about me?" Lin Mo shot him a smug look and replied, "You stay here. We'll need your trash can later to stash the money." Hearing movement behind him, the demon smoke slowly turned his head to see who dared approach his domain. From the large door, Lin Mo and a Shu, armed and resolute, advanced toward the demon taming group. The demon smoke regarded them with contempt. A mocking smile spread across his face as he watched them approach, clearly amused at the sight of someone walking toward their doom. The demon smoke clicked his tongue in approval. More meat to be slaughtered. He looked at Lin Mo and a Shu before issuing a low command to his demons. "Attack! Deal with them!" A flash of movement followed, and in an instant, the demons were scattered. Lin Mo shouted and immediately saw several summoned demons readying themselves for battle. "Where are the demons?" The demon martial disciple rushed forward, swinging his sword at the blood-sucking demons. Watch this. Lin Mo charged towards the blood-sucking demons, unleashing the one-sword soul pursuit technique to scatter them. However, it didn't seem to be affected at all. Are they really this tough? Lin Mo wondered to himself. The blood-sucking demons continued to rush at him, scratching him fiercely like rabid animals. A Shu saw what was happening and immediately shouted, "Lin Mo, be careful." The blood-sucking demons' attacks carried the scent of blood. If they wound you and you start bleeding, their strength and frenzy will increase significantly. It will be a nightmare. The high-level weeping demon quickly tapped into the power of Brahmic chant, aiming to take Lin Mo's life. He shouted, "In that case, we don't need to hold back our spirit power anymore." Several gears suddenly began spinning rapidly. The devil's extreme wielding an electric saw, along with finger technique. In an instant, they clear away the surrounding blood-sucking demons. The smoke demon, witnessing the scene, froze. These two were even stronger than the 4 they had faced earlier. Lin Mo and a Shu were still fighting side by side, surrounded by the blood-sucking demons floating in the air. The smoke demon suddenly gave orders to the others. All blood-sucking demons used the tornado bite attack. Follow my command. The mid-level evil spirit blood-sucking demons began spinning rapidly, forming a vortex. The massive whirlpool rose into the air, followed by even more tornadoes, all directed at Lin Mo and a Shu. Both Lin Mo and a Shu, startled, thought at the same time, "Damn it, there's no way to dodge." Suddenly, they saw Hai Xiao Pan, holding a trash can, rushing toward them. He threw the trash can at them and shouted, "Trash can demon, enhance." The trash can demon charged forward, positioning itself between Lin Mo and a Shu as they faced the swirling chaos. Hai Xiao Pan and the others rushed to the spot where the demon had fallen, arriving just as it hit the ground. They were already there when the blood-sucking demons, frantically creating a vortex, collided with the trash can demon. However, they couldn't break through its defenses. Inside the demon, Lin Mo grinned and called out to Hai Xiao Pan in excitement. "Great job, Xiao Ban. You deserve a thumbs up. Now, who's going to say you're just freeloading from now on? Lin Mo then asked, his tone curious. But do you really think your weeping demon-level trash can handle the attack from these blood-sucking demons? Xiao Ban flashed him a confident smile and reply, of course. Don't worry. The first 5 seconds of hardening are immune to damage. That's how it's designed. However, a Shu, with a serious expression, raised a concern. What happens after those 5 seconds? Suddenly, one of the blood-sucking demons broke through the trash can's defenses, reaching up toward them. The sight caught them off guard. That's what happens when Xiao Ban yells. A Shu shouted, quickly drawing his sword and striking down the demon. He then turned to Xiao Ban, urgently adding, pull it back quickly or your trash can demon won't last much longer. Xiao Ban immediately recalled the demon, and as it vanished, the three of them found themselves surrounded by a swarm of blood-sucking demons. They were panting and clearly exhausted. Lin Mo looked at Xiao Ban and reassured him. Blocking that strike for us was already more than enough. Now you should get to safety. Leave the rest to me and a Shu. Hai Xiao Pan quickly ran off to find cover, while Lin Mo and a Shu pressed forward, cutting through the horde of demons. Their swords flashed in unison as they fought with precision, working together to eliminate the threats. Not long after, the bloodthirsty demons dispersed, leaving behind only the smoke demon and the two of them. The demon glared at Lin Mo and a Shu, clearly agitated. How are these two so strong? He thought bitterly. I underestimated them. Even with so many summoned demons, all were defeated. Smoke began to rise from his nostrils. It seems I'll have to deal with them myself. His eyes glowed red and smoke poured out in thick waves. Within moments, the area around them was shrouded in heavy fog, scattered with eerie shapes and faint outlines. Lin Mo and a Shu covered their mouths as they coughed, staying on full alert. The smoke demon flickered in and out of view within the mist. I admit you're not weak, the demon said with a sneer. But it's unfortunate for you to face me. In this smoke, no one can see me. I am untouchable. Suddenly, he appeared behind Lin Mo, striking out with his staff. Let's end this now. But Lin Mo reacted instantly, turning to face him. The demon was caught off guard. Without hesitation, Lin Mo swung his sword, the blade flashing through the smoke. The demon scoffed. You think you can see me? A pained scream echoed through the mist. This can't be. You shouldn't be able to see me. He shouted in disbelief. A system notification appeared. Room cleared, 80 points awarded. Lin Mo's eyes were glowing red. He gave a faint, confident smile. Oh, I can see you perfectly. The smoke demon froze, terrified as he noticed the glow in Lin Mo's eyes. No, the Blood-Eye demon. How many demons are under your control? He cried. The Blood-Eye was his worst fear. His concealment abilities were useless against it. As Lin Mo raised his sword again, the demon vanished into the smoke, retreating. If I can't defeat you now. At this moment, both a Shu and Lin Mo remained highly alert, keeping watch on both the front and back. Without warning, the smoke demon leaped from the fog and lunged toward a Shu's back. I'll take him out, the demon snarled, brandishing a smoking pipe, aiming for a strike to a Shu's head. But in a swift move, a Shu dodged. Surprised by the miss, the demon faltered for a moment. In the blink of an eye, a Shu drew his sword, slicing through the demon's neck. The smoke demon let out a blood-curdling scream as blood poured from the wound, gushing steadily. It clutched its neck, writhing in pain and fury. The demon, eyes burning with anger, turned toward a Shu and demanded, How is it that you can see me as well? A Shu replied calmly, Even the smoke you cast a shadow, and where there is a shadow, I can sense your presence. The demon's fury intensified at these words. Are you really just freshmen? How is it that every single one of you seems to find a way to counter me? What terrible luck I must have. Shaking with rage, the smoke demon pointed at them. Nonetheless, I am a high-level evil spirit, and you are mere weak demon masters. With that, it transformed into smoke once more, swirling beneath its feet as it felt the overwhelming difference in power. How could it possibly lose? The smoke beneath it rose, lifting it into the air, where it looked down upon them with a smug expression. Although you may be able to resist me now, when my ultimate attack is ready, you will still perish. Lin Mo sneered. So, you're just going to stay up there, waiting for your ultimate move to charge? The smoke demon puffed out another cloud of smoke from his pipe. Exactly. You can't strike from a distance, and you can barely dodge. There's no way you'll ever touch me. He spoke loudly. I will follow you until the great move is restored, and then I will deal with you. That means your life expectancy is now less than 50 minutes. Lin Mo smiled, placing one hand over his demon blood-eye. Is that so? Then how about this move? Can you avoid it? Lin Mo's eyes widened, and a strange mist filled the air. His hand formed a unique seal. What is this? Have you activated the third skill of your demon blood-eye? Only the most talented experts can reach demon taming 5th stage. To perform this, the other man stammered. Before he could finish, Lin Mo's hand exploded with power, causing the man to scream in pain. One of his arms was severed, and the system notification appeared once again. Congratulations, a host has received 150 penalty points. The man quickly fled. A Shu looked at him, then turned to Lin Mo. Should we chase him? Lin Mo calmly replied, let him go. After all, he's a high-level evil spirit. Even if he's injured, we can't capture him right away. Lin Mo continued, let's clear out the bank first. We can talk later. At the bank, the devilish figure was using a saw to cut through the vault. When the steel door finally collapsed, the room was filled with piles of money. Their eyes lit up. Hai Xiaopan and a Shu exclaimed in unison, money. I've never seen so much in my life. With this, I could shave my head for 8 generations. Lin Mo and a Shu immediately began collecting the money, summoning the trash demon to help store it. Take everything. Leave nothing behind for them. Xiao Ban touched the money, and the trash demon appeared, oddly accepting it all. Lin Mo grinned, saying coming here was definitely the right choice. At the Zaijin building, a heavy, stifling atmosphere filled the room as the smoke demon stumbled inside, clearly panicked. Boss, he gasped, collapsing to his knees. I was defeated by humans. The black-red demon let out a derisive snort. Seriously, you, a spirit-level entity, got taken down by a few first-year students who barely know what they're doing? Fuming, the smoke demon shot back. It was them. Those two had powers that directly countered mine. The demon prodigy, the faction's leader, took a slow sip of wine, his brow slightly furrowed. Beaten by just 2 no-name opponents, I almost thought he meant 200. This is ridiculous. Noticing his comrade's poor performance, the black-red demon rolled the dice in his hand and stepped forward with quiet confidence. Boss, how about I handle this instead? Reclining in his chair, Demon Prodigy nodded thoughtfully as the 2 women beside him exchanged amused glances. Fine, but remember, don't harm the ones who defeated the smoke demon. Anyone who touches my people will learn how I settle scores. The black-red demon bowed. Understood, boss. Meanwhile, Lin Mo, a Shu, and Xiao Ban were gripped with tension. What's our next move? Lin Mo asked, peering down at the building below. Just beneath them was a bank. He waved it off. Forget it. Did you notice the smoke demon behaves differently? It's too organized. We're better off retreating to the outskirts. It'll be safer there. But it seemed the situation had other plans. All 3, Lin Mo, a Shu, and Xiao Ban, stood frozen, eyes fixed on the window. There was no longer a clear way out. Outside the Zaijin building, a large crowd of demons had gathered, led by the 8 demons of the Night March. The sight left the 3 of them frozen in place. A Shu frowned in frustration. Damn it, my Dark Abyss skill only lasts 60 seconds. If it lasted 2 minutes, we'd have enough time to break through. Lin Mo shifted his gaze to Xiao Ban and asked, Xiao Ban, can you move with your Ghost Strike? Xiao Ban quickly responded, when I activate my hardening skill, it also activates the movement attribute, but he scratched his head awkwardly. The speed is a bit slow. I can only move half a meter per minute. Lin Mo's face drained of color. Half a meter per minute? Are you a snail? Xiao Ban, however, just stood there and chuckled sheepishly. But this was their last option. Lin Mo sighed and placed a hand on Xiao Ban's shoulder, realizing they had no choice. For now, we'll hide in the trash bin and get out of here. I'm worried the smoke demon might bring reinforcements. Upon hearing this, Xiao Ban nodded eagerly. I'll summon it right away. Boom! The giant trash bin, Mr. Beast's bin, appeared. Lin Mo jumped in first. Let's hide from these demons for now. Once we're in a place with fewer of them, we'll make our move. A while later, the trash bin slid across the ground. As Xiao Ban had mentioned, it could only travel a minimum of 150 meters at a time. Along the way, they came across 2 demons. One was gnawing on a leg, chewing while complaining. Who's the fat one? One demon asked. All fat, no meat. The other demon glanced over in annoyance. Stop being picky. My skull doesn't even have a single piece of meat on it. By chance, the trash bin, awaiting its moment for revenge, collided with 2 demons. One of them, holding a skull, kicked it playfully. Where did this trash bin come from? He asked, confused. Which demon are you? Xiao Ban, hiding inside the bin, stammered. Realizing the situation was escalating, Lin Mo quickly advised Xiao Ban, tell them you're a demon from the outskirts, visiting family in the city. Xiao Ban nodded, then added, I'm a demon from a village on the outskirts, here to visit my brother. The demon laughed, amused. So, you're just a country bumpkin visiting the city? At that moment, another demon gnawing on a leg nearby suddenly stopped, tossing the limb aside in disgust. Damn it, too fatty, can't eat anymore. The demon holding the skull, more aware of the situation, quickly scolded, Hey, and you be a little more civilized. He opened the trash bin lid. Can't you dispose of your trash properly like I do? But as the lid opened halfway, a faint, pleasant scent filled the air. Even the demon with the skull paused, caught off guard by the fragrance. Smells like a living human, he murmured. The red-eyed demon, claws raised, now alert to the scent of a living being, panicked. Hey, brother, don't hit me. The demon immediately demanded, why do you smell like a living person? The trash bin scratched itself nervously and replied, I just ate 2 guys, so there's still a bit of their smell left. But the demon already saw through the lie. You think I'm an idiot? Just as he was about to shout, a hand shot out and grabbed his throat. The demon, terrified and drenched in sweat, was swiftly dragged into the trash bin before he could scream for help. The lustful demon acted with lightning speed. Inside the box, Lin Mo put all his strength into sealing the demon's mouth while a Shu raised his sword and delivered a powerful strike. The noise from the box finally caught the attention of the lustful demon, who turned around in confusion. As the demon looked back, the fatal blow struck and it began to fade away. Lin Mo commented, "This demon died for nothing. It was just a piece of trash and now it's lost its life." Outside, the lustful demon moved toward the trash bin, as though he could hear the faint cry of a wandering soul. "Hey, country bumpkin, where's the wandering soul?" Seo Ban awkwardly stepped aside. The lustful demon glanced at him before turning away. This guy just can't sit still. The scene shifted, and a cup was raised. The numbers on the dice slowly appeared. The red-black demon grinned widely. "Your roll's smaller than mine." The others trembled in fear. "No, I'll fight you to the death." The red-black demon waved his hand, and a beam of light shot toward them. "Play the game. Take the risk. If you lose, your life stays behind." In an instant, a man's head was severed, and his body collapsed. The woman screamed in horror. The red-black demon turned his malicious gaze to the young man wearing a hat. "Now it's your turn. After seeing what just happened, who would be foolish enough to bet?" The young man waved his hand quickly. "I won't bet. I won't play your game." But refusal wasn't so simple. The red-black demon smirked. "Not betting means you accept defeat. Die here and now." A headless corpse fell to the ground, leaving only the young woman. She cried, her voice pleading, "Please, please spare me." The red-black demon sneered. "Play around with me. Who knows, you might win. If you do, I'll let you go." A few minutes later, she lifted the cup, revealing that all the dice inside had landed on 6s. "Draw, you haven't won against me." The girl let out a delighted scream, but it was short-lived. "I'm alive. I'm really alive." It turned out the red-black demon was more cunning than she had thought. Gambling was never fair, and he laughed in a chilling way. "Who said I didn't win? It's still 18 points. But since I'm the dealer, I win, of course." 3 lifeless bodies were piled on top of each other, and the red-black demon casually turned and walked away. This is fun, but now it's time to get serious. As he walked past, his thoughts turned to the ones who had bullied the smoke demon. Where were they now? The alley was eerily quiet, with a few pairs of eyes watching him closely. "We're dead. That demon is looking for us." A Shu's face drained of color. Red-black demon, a high-level demon. We have almost no chance of surviving. If he wants to kill us directly, we won't even have time to fight back. Lin Mo stared at a Shu in disbelief. "Does he have any weaknesses?" A Shu answered, his voice tense. "If you gamble with him, there might be a slim chance. The red-black demon's power lies in his dice of death. He rolls the dice to determine the outcome. If he wins, his attack power multiplies by 10. If he loses, he can't attack." Lin Mo's eyes widened as he understood. "So if I win the gamble, does that mean I'm safe?" A Shu shook his head, and at the same time, the sound of approaching footsteps grew louder. "It's not that simple." The red-black demon's second skill was the dice trick, which allowed him to control most of the outcome when rolling. In other words, the chances of him beating you were 90%. In the blink of an eye, the trash can lid flew open, and the red devil flashed a wicked grin. "Found you. So, you're hiding here, huh?" Realizing they'd been spotted, all 3 of them slowly crawled out. Lin Mo even let out a light, amused chuckle. "Hey, Red Devil, what do you want from us?" The Red Devil paused, momentarily puzzled. Any normal person who saw a demon would be terrified by now. But this kid, he's just grinning like a fool. But never mind that. He reached behind him and revealed a set of dice. "I want to make a bet with you." The rules were simple. Each person had 3 dice, and whoever rolled higher would win. Lin Mo, hands in his pockets, stepped forward. "So, what are the stakes?" he asked. Excited, the Red Devil explained eagerly. "It's easy. If you win, I'll let you go. If you lose, you die." Lin Mo narrowed his eyes, clearly displeased. "That's not fair. If I win, you should die. That's more like fair." The Red Devil's irritation flared up, and he shot back. "You don't get to bargain with me. Keep talking back, and you'll die right now." Lin Mo smirked, his expression sly. "Then, can I add a condition to the bet?" He let out a mischievous laugh and pointed behind him. "I'll add the lives of those 2 back there. If I win, you let all 3 of us go. If I lose, our lives are yours, and you can send them the hell to keep me company. The Red Devil clapped his hands, clearly delighted. You're playing a dangerous game. I like it. I agree. With a sharp sound, the game began. Both players shook their dice with steady hands, each hoping for the perfect roll. The Black Red Devil was the first to flip the cup, but I did it even earlier. It was the same game as always. He lifted the cup, his face twisting into a sneer. 18 points, the highest one. I'll take your lives. Thank you, he taunted. A Shu and Xiao Ban were clearly frightened, while Lin Mo, clearly annoyed, spoke up. Hold on, I haven't even finished shaking yet. How can you be sure I'm not the one winning? The Black Red Devil sneered, his tone dripping with mockery. Stop wasting your time. Even if you roll 18 points, I'm still the dealer. No matter what, I still win. Lin Mo shot him a disapproving glance, his hands still shaking the cup. Do you even know the rules of this game? As long as I haven't revealed the dice, as long as I haven't seen the points, I haven't lost. System notification. Congratulations, a host has earned 80 break the room points. Furious, the Black Red Devil shouted. Then keep shaking, but no matter what, you won't escape death. 10 minutes later, Lin Mo was still shaking the cup, whistling nonchalantly. The Black Red Devil, his temper fraying, pointed at him. Are you going to open it or not? If you don't, I'll stab you. System notification. Congratulations, a host has earned 100 break the room points. Lin Mo replied, his voice calm. Is it all right if I open it now? The numbers slowly began to reveal themselves, and Xiao Ban, watching closely, read aloud. 1 6, 2 6s, 3 6s, and 1 1. That makes 19 points. The Black Red Devil's fury exploded as he grabbed Lin Mo by the shirt. Where did that extra one come from? You're cheating. Lin Mo answered coolly. I just shook one die and split it into 2 halves. Are you satisfied now? The system congratulated the host for earning 500 points after successfully breaking the room. The Black Red Demon, in disbelief, clutched his head and sank to the ground. No, I won't accept this, he muttered. Lin Mo grinned slyly. I've already won this round. Seizing the opportunity while the Black Red Demon was distracted, Lin Mo signaled to his companions. Let's go quickly. Curious, a Shu asked as they moved. How did you manage that? Lin Mo explained casually. Just have the Blood-Eyed Demon keep watch, shake the dice until a 6 shows up, and then slice the dice in half with one strike of the demon's sword. Xiao Ban, impressed, smiled. Mr. Mo, you're the best. A Shu, equally impressed, gave him a thumbs up. That's amazing. Lin Mo smiled awkwardly as they walked further. Xiao Ban then asked, Mr. Mo, where are we going next? Is the trash bin going to fight with us? Lin Mo responded, Hold on, let me check the map. Just then, distant voices could be heard. Bro, hurry up and catch up with me. If you do, I'll give you something. Lin Mo, intrigued, asked, What's going on? He adjusted his view, and everyone froze in shock. 2 massive bull demons were charging toward them. Hey, hurry up and come here. Come here, little bull. Boom. One of the bulls rammed into them. The impact was so strong that the trash bin rolled uncontrollably, spinning instead of skidding on the ground. Lin Mo shouted in panic. What the hell is going on? Xiao Ban, equally stunned, responded. It looks like it got knocked over and started rolling. Inside the trash bin, the 3 of them were piled on top of each other, each trying to hold back their nausea. Lin Mo yelled desperately. Open the lid. Levy out. Dizzy, Xiao Ban struggled to open it. It seems like the demon trash bin's panicking. It can't control the lid anymore. As for a Shu, let's just say he was temporarily out of commission. The trash bin clattered to the ground, and the bull demon awkwardly muttered, I didn't do it on purpose. The scene shifted to the underground parking lot, where the doll even clutched its own neck, laughing loudly. The 2 demons, terrified, pleaded, Please don't. But their cries were futile. Their necks twisted violently, eyes rolled back, mouths foaming before they collapsed lifelessly to the floor. The doll demon fumbled as it adjusted its joints and turned its head. Gao Tai Tai reached out to return the gesture. The doll demon and the others joyfully ran ahead. Your doll demon is incredible. Just one move and it destroyed those 2 evil spirit demons. Truly, as the bureau chief's daughter, you're amazing. Gao Tai Tai grimaced. Let's not waste time on useless talk. The demons in the central area are far too strong. We need to team up with the others and get out of here fast. If we don't, we'll all be dead. The black-haired man raised his hand. All right, let's move out together. The group responded in unison, we'll follow you, Gao. A sound caught their attention and Gao Tai Tai tensed. There are still evil spirits nearby. She quickly issued a warning just as the trash bin demon crashed into a pillar. Lin Mo, a Shu, and Xiao Ban were also saved by this. Mr. Mo asked, are we still alive? Gao Tai Tai was surprised. It's them. The 2 others beside her were discussing the situation. That guy still had time to rob the bank. So ruthless. How are they unharmed, even after going so deep into the central area? Third brother furrowed his brow. Huh? Isn't that the guy who fought with some Miel in the market? The man with black hair nodded. Yeah, that's him. Last time, he even sprayed me with pepper spray when he ambushed me. Lin Mo, distracted by the noise, glanced up. He pointed. That's the group of idiots from earlier. The entire group flushed with anger and resistance. You're the idiot. Third brother was about to charge forward, speaking in a rough tone. I'll teach you some manners for your parents, but Gao Tai Ti quickly stopped him. All right, now is not the time for internal conflict. Lin Mo sneered, fully aware of what was happening, just worried about a verbal sparring match. Lin Mo accidentally tilted his head. That's when he noticed the pile of demon pearls from the demons Gao Tai Ti's group had just killed. Annoyed, he urged his teammates to collect them quickly. Come on, brothers, grab them fast. We're about to strike it rich. Third brother's group was startled. Damn it, we killed them. Why are they taking the spoils? What a bunch of bastards. System. Congratulations, a host has earned 50 break the room points. Gao Tai Tai, also irritated, stepped in to advise. Lin Mo, now it is not the time to be greedy for demon pearls. This is a matter of life and death. Lin Mo responded coldly. Greedy for demon pearls? What kind of demon would be greedy for them? Where are its demon pearls? Gao Tai Tai, feeling uneasy, stammered. You, who want to join forces with other students and escape the city of Shanglan. I request that you join us. Lin Mo continued to fiddle with the demon pearls. Join you. I'm afraid you'll just stab me in the back. Who knows what you'll do behind my back? Gao Tai Ti's face turned ashen. You don't believe me? You think I would betray you? What have I done to deserve such accusations? Lin Mo glared at her coldly. If you don't even understand what betrayal is, then the underhanded things you've done are far worse than anything I can ever do. Her words failed her, leaving her silent. Son of my lion, another girl hurried over to comfort Gao Tai Tai. Tai Tai, don't pay him any attention. He's just a scoundrel. Even if Bai Nane's useless crew somehow survives, they won't be of any use to society. Let them die, let them all go. We just need to escape, not waste our time helping these worthless people. Lin Mo shot back. Oh, so now I'm the worthless one? He turned away, lazily squinting his eyes. In that case, do me a favor. Stay far away from someone like me. You wouldn't want to be dragged down with trash like me. Gao Tai Tai turned on her heels, walking off, though her eyes never left Lin Mo. Trashed. Take care of yourself. With a smirk, Lin Mo stuck out his middle finger and thumb in a mocking gesture. Moments later, outside the parking garage, Gao Tai Ti and her group were engulfed by a strange, thick smoke. She quickly covered her nose, and the others froze in fear. From the sky above, thousands of demons descended, with an evil-level demon leading the charge. Gao Tai Ti screamed, "Everyone run!" She leaped forward, followed closely by her third brother, but their escape was quickly thwarted as the path ahead was blocked. You arrogant children, after killing our demons, you think you can just run away. Cold dead demons, evil-level demons. Third brother stood frozen in shock, surrounded by malevolent spirits. They're dead, he muttered. Son of my Li's voice cracked with panic. Gao Tai Ti, what do we do now? Gao Tai Ti furrowed her brow, her expression tense. There's no choice. We have to concentrate all our firepower and charge forward. Miss Zhao is summoning the doll spirits, but we have enough people. If we stand together, we might still find a way out. The third brother and the others nodded, calling forth their spirits and fighting back with all their might. Charge! The arrogant demon shouted, tossing fireworks into the air as it rambled on. The group was knocked back, but another demon charged in. I'm here too. The smoke thickened, blurring their vision. A shadowy figure moved stealthily through the mist. The blonde-haired guy, alert, called out, trying to sneak attack me? Corrosion demon, come out. But as the corrosion demon approached, third brother shook his head, waving his hands in a pleading motion. Don't attack, it's me. The blonde-haired guy let out a relieved sigh. Oh, it's you? You nearly scared me to death. Just then, third brother noticed another figure identical to him falling nearby. Panic struck the blonde-haired guy. Wait a minute, why are there two identical golden-haired guys? If only he had recognized it sooner. The demon skin had already removed his mask and was using his hands to rip out his heart. Being tricked meant certain death. As third brother fell, Lin Mo and the others appeared. They were all pale, and Lin Mo whispered, the dead are all gone. Now it's our turn. The black-haired guy shouted, be careful. The demon skin can disguise itself as one of us. Doubt crept into the group. Are you a demon? No, that's a question I should be asking you. By sheer chance, he gained the upper hand over the evil warrior. As he noticed two figures arguing, he seized the opportunity, launching a powerful bomb that exploded and took both of them out in an instant. A Shu glanced over, sensing that Gao Tai Tai's brute was on the verge of collapse. Xiao Ban turned to Lin Mo and asked, "Mr. Mo, which way should we run?" Lin Mo looked in the opposite direction. "This way," he replied confidently. "There's only a frozen ghost over there. We have a chance to escape." The frozen ghost, drowsy and yawning loudly, drew attention with the noise it made. She was thrilled, not expecting anyone to charge straight into certain death. Lin Mo's brute dashed forward, moving quickly. A Shu provided cover, leaping into the air and summoning the dark shadow abyss. The frozen ghost inhaled deeply. "Then let's clear this up all at once," she muttered. The frozen tomb seal took effect. In a swift motion, Lin Mo leaped, only to have a massive ice block freeze a Shu and Xiao Ban's feet to the ground. Xiao Ban struggled to lift her foot while a Shu panicked. "We're done for," a Shu muttered. Lin Mo barely managed to land safely, narrowly avoiding being frozen himself. He quickly activated his skill, his eyes turning a deep red. "Ghost Blood Eye," he muttered, his voice firm. "Backlash. It can reverse the enemy's control effects." The frozen ghost's own move turned against her, and she gritted her teeth in frustration. "Damn it," she cursed. With her movements frozen, Lin Mo charged forward, sword raised. "Soul-sealing slash," he shouted. The strike was meant to banish evil, but the sword shattered immediately upon hitting the tough ice. Lin Mo marveled. This is truly the power of a demon-level entity, armored and with immense magic resistance. The frozen undead scoffed, acknowledging the blood-eyed demon's counterattack skills. "You're strong, but it's nearly impossible for you to break through my ice armor. When your skill fades, that will be your end. If you're ready, come at me." Lin Mo calmly responded, using the blood curse. "How about this skill?" A mark appeared, and the frozen undead's expression shifted to one of alarm. "What?" she gasped. The ice around her recoiled, sending her flying across the roof to crash violently into the wall. She winced in pain, clutching her chest. So powerful. Lin Mo remained composed, using this moment to rescue Xiao Ban and a Shu. He summoned the demon martial disciple and Devil's Extreme, who quickly arrived to assist. One wielded a spear, while the other used a saw to cut through the icy floor. A Shu and Xiao Ban managed to escape the danger, with a Shu exhaling in relief. "I was too careless. I didn't expect the frozen undead to be that quick." Xiao Ban shivered. "It's so cold, so cold." Lin Mo urged them, "All right, let's move. We need to run at full speed." Both of them, along with Dong Cheng, responded in unison, "Got it." Just as they were about to flee, someone grabbed their leg. The girl who had been dragged earlier by two brutal demon soldiers appeared, her face pale with fear as she cried, "Please help me." Lin Mo sneered, "Sorry, I'm no hero. I'm not the one to save you." She screamed in agony, "Please, don't let them take me." But it was no use. She was mercilessly pulled away. The system chimed in, "Congratulations, host. You have earned 200 points."